And welcome, guys, to the Archie Luxury Livestream Flagship Show. That's right, guys. Flagship Show. This is the Flagship Show. And just say that quickly. Flagship Show. Flagship. Flagship Show. Flagship Show. How are you people today? And today, guys, I got to tell you, we had a great stream this morning for you Americans. And we're going to look at some what are the best watch books. This was a topic that came up. I'll show you some of those when we get a bit of a flow into the program. Guys, we had a good look yesterday. Archie. What the hell is happening to you, Archie? Archie himself there has confessed he wants to get some of the watches. It hasn't been popular. Hasn't been popular thought, but we're talking about a collection which is, how do we put this, Archibald? It's rehashing. It's rehashing. Ooh, Stud Muffin. Need the old intro back from Hong Kong. Yes! Those were the days, man. Those were the days. We thought they'd never end. Yes, indeed. Those were fun times. Definite fun times, that's for sure. Yes. We need the intro back from Hong Kong, 100%. We got Vula Vu. Saad in the audience. Saad, I got the pen. It arrived. Saad sent me a beautiful Mont Blanc to join my other Mont Blancs. Thank you, Saad. I greatly appreciate it. What do you think here, guys? This is my 5-piece. Now, I don't own these pieces at the moment. I've got the bluesy, and I've got the bluesy and the speedy, and the explorer. I got to pay back. So what do you think? What do you think of this little 5-piece collection? 5-piece combo hunger buster. What do you think? 5-piece collection. Yes, indeed. Forbin Colossus, I haven't had my insurance payout yet. I got to keep this as evidence. Yes, evidence. I have not received one brass razoo from the insurance company, so I need to keep the damaged goods. Yes, indeed. And we got another super chat. Stud Muffin, $2. I think you should get what you want. Good point there. What do you reckon? Would this make me happy? Bluesy, Speedy, Reverso, Explorer, and a Paddock. What do you think? 5-piece collection, 5-piece combo meal deal. That's right, guys. Maybe less is more. What do you think? Is maybe less is more? Sometimes we can get very greedy and we want more. Maybe we want less. How about a 4-piece? How about this? A much? How about this 4-piece? It covers all your bases. 4-piece. Bluesy, Omega, Speedy, Reverso, and an Explore. Look, you got all your bases covered. You got a diver, you got a GMT, you got a chronograph, and you got a dress watch. 4-piece combo meal deal. Hunger Buster. Hunger Buster. Hunger Buster. What do you think? Hunger Buster. A 4-piece combo meal deal. Hunger Buster. Hunger Buster. Hunger Buster. Hunger. Yeah, I think it could have some legs there. Could have some legs. So we've got a few ideas there. Stud muffin, $2. That 5-piece combo should travel with you to Asia. Oh, I don't know if I'd take 5 watches overseas. That could be trouble, couldn't it? What do you think? That definitely could be trouble. What do you reckon, guys? You tell me. Interesting point. It is interesting. Okay, dokie. What about less is more? 3-piece. How about we don't need 3-piece combo? How about a 3-piece? How about a 3-piece? Maybe a 3-piece. Less is more. How many of these ficas do you really need, Arch? What do you need? Less is more. Let's go with that mantra. Look at this. How was this for a 3-piece feed? 3-piece feed. Look at that. Bluesy, Chrono, Speedy, and a dress watch Reverso. Mr. Sexy, how are you, my sexy friend? Oh, what happened there? Sorry, we got what? Hello? It's very squeaky. The audio's squeaky. Come back in. Yep, that's okay. He's coming. What the hell happened there? Fikers, what happened there? Did you hear that? I don't know what happened there. Chipmunks. That's right, the chipmunks. Let's get the link. Come on, guys, jump on. Let's have a chat. Talk watches. I gotta tell you, gotta buy what you want. Maybe it's time you buy what you want. Don't listen to other people. Buy the things you want. Speaking of buy what you want, Bear Clooney, hello.
Super chats.
Super chat, Trooper, $2. Hey, Arch, have a great show, big fella. Thank you from Trooper. And Stud Muffin, $2. All replace the 5196 with a 5107. Good point. Hello, Mr. GMT.
Hello. Hey, guys, can you hear me now?
Yeah, sorry, man. Don't know what happened there.
No,
sorry.
I don't know. That's all right. That happens. It happens, you know. What do you do?
Yeah. How's it going,
I thought
Bear?
I'd jump. Oh, good.
Ooh, big super chat from a most charming person on YouTube.
Voulez-vous, $20. Dear Archie, these watches are all great because they'll look great on you. They suit your physique and overall style. That's why I love to see these modeled on people rather than just dial and bezel shots on websites. Voulez-vous.
Nicely said.
Very nicely
Very
said.
nice.
Yeah. Very
Bear,
nicely
how you going, my
said.
friend? How's Bear going? Is Bear good?
Yeah, I'm doing well. Thank you very much, Mr. GMT. Thank you.
Awesome to hear.
Can I make a confession with you guys?
Right after
Far
you
away.
read the super chat
Yes,
from
the second one.
By the way, voulez-vous,
19.
thank you so much for your kind sentiment. That's really sweet to say that. MRG1911, $10. Would you like to come to America again? Perhaps Boston, Chicago, Miami, and I'll buy you and Bear dinner in the north. I got to tell you, I would love to come to America again. It's probably not the right time at the moment. It's very expensive. Very expensive.
It's not only that. You've already experienced it now. You got to let it, soak in and, appreciate what you just went through and do it again later on,
Yeah. Yeah.
And I want to thank you, Mr. MRG1911.
Yeah, g'day.
And I want to tell you, Mr. MRG1911, that I received your message and I'm very thankful for the kind words.
Yeah,
I
no
really,
problems.
really appreciate your kind words, sir. Thank you.
Sorry about that. There, we're just getting alarms installed. Back to base
Fantastic.
alarms.
Fantastic.
Back to base. You know what, Bear? I can't stand it anymore. You know this chair over here? That's my chair. I bought that new chair.
Yeah, well, what's wrong with the chair?
Yeah, I can't get it. I like my old chair, the one they put all the paint all over. I'm actually sitting on that now. See, look.
You're used to it, eh?
I like that. That chair is more. I like it. I like it more. Okay.
Yeah, because you've worn it in. See, Arch, you've worn it in.
Now the other one, it's got a fucking angle. I don't like the angle. I like to sit. This one I spent ages finding. Do you ever find it hard to get the right chair, Bear?
Of course, man. I'm a finicky
I think
fighter.
everybody does.
Yeah.
I want to get the right chair for me. You know what I mean?
Comfort, bikers, comfort. By the way, I just discovered a great YouTube channel, and I'm laughing my ass off. You guys know the YouTube channel Superwog?
Yes. He's an
Fucking
Australian guy.
Guys are geniuses.
He's good. He's on Netflix as well.
Yeah, but that's how I discovered it. And then my son said to me, "Hey, listen, you do know that's available on YouTube." I'm like, "Get the fuck out of here."
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's where he started. He started on YouTube.
It is so fun. It's actually better on YouTube. Those two guys, the funniest guys ever.
They're better on YouTube, right, than they are. That's where they started. That's the best. It's the best content. Then they did the show, but before the show, they did a stand-up show, like a comedic stand-up show. Not so good. It was terrible.
Oh, it wasn't so good.
But this one here, the one that they did on YouTube is the best. The best out of all of them.
I love them. Especially fucking the father. The father reminds me on our people. Man, oh man.
But that's how all us wogs are. We like that,
Right,
exactly like that.
Because we recognize ourselves. We recognize ourselves. That is so fucking awesome, Archie.
It's hilarious.
You gotta check it out. You appreciate wogs. You appreciate wogs.
I don't really like to use that term. That was a term that is really quite difficult.
Okay, I understand. But to me, the show is called a Super Wog.
I know. I don't like it. Okay.
That's a fair call. That's a fair call. No, he doesn't like the word. The term.
Oh, the term, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah, I don't like it. I think the
it's
I
degrading.
don't like it. I think it is.
Degrading.
I think because it's kind of stereotypes and it's.
Archie, I got a news for you. Us wogs are exactly like that. Nothing wrong with that.
I suppose
the problem is I'm so close to in the forest. I can't see the wood for the trees. You know what I mean?
I see. Yeah. I understand. Fair enough. Archie.
There's another one you'd love to watch as well. It's very similar. It's called The Housos, which is really good. It's another Australian called? Sort of The Housos.
Housos.
Housos. I don't even know how to spell it at the moment, but there's another one also Fat Pizza.
Yeah, I find it hard to get into this shit. You know what I mean?
I love English and Australian humor. I definitely love English.
You'll enjoy it. You'll enjoy it.
and
You'll enjoy it. You'll enjoy these
Australian
ones.
humor.
Yeah, we got another super chat. I want to say something. Would I come back to America? You betcha. The problem is, it's very expensive, and I'm in the rebuilding of the collection phase. I want to try and get a few pieces under my belt before I have travel. And the other thing is to travel to America. I had so many people support me. I think, honestly, to go there yourself without that support, it is so expensive. Okay, I had a great time, but it's so expensive. America is probably not the best time at the moment for me to go. MRG1911 Arch, how about a Pepsi and Reverso, then later on a day date?
I could see you wearing a day date, Arch.
The problem
really
is,
be right up your
I think I really need the 40. Okay, I
yes,
did the 36.
You would. Yes, you would.
And unfortunately, the 40 is really expensive. Okay.
Damn, is it ever?
You know what I mean? Look, what are you looking at for a 40? $50,000
minimum.
Yeah. See, I 50,000. I don't know if you guys kind of realize this, but that is a fucking lot of money. See, I don't. You got to know your budget, man. I can't afford that. Okay.
Well, I had to get. That's like me. I couldn't afford it either. I tried to get one that was completely fucked up, scratched, damaged to Sovereign and Plastic's opinion, and that's the only way I could get into one because I'm not as rich as these guys.
Yeah. It's
But I'm lucky that I can pull off the 36. That's another thing too.
Yeah. I got to be honest with you. I think in my case, they're the day date. I love the day date, but they are so. I would rather get a steel Sky Dweller. I think that's. I love steel. I love steel in Rolex. I love steel.
Was your last one your Sky Dweller? Was your Sky Dweller steel the last one, or was it white?
Yeah, steel, white gold bezel.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, with the white.
Really suited you too. It really suited you. That size really suited you.
Yeah, that was a beautiful watch. Look, I'd rather look, but the thing is, I'll be honest with you. I want to take it. Just slow down a bit there. I've got to just slow down. I just want to. Yeah, I've got to build slowly. Bear. We've had an absolute disaster. I want to get a few watches, and I want to get a few pieces of jewelry too for the wife. So I've got a list of things I'd like to get. We got Mikey on. Hey, Mikey's back. Mikey's back there. He's on the stream. Hey, Mikey.
Hi, Arch.
I got to tell you, they were asking the question, would I come back to America? You know what? Of course I would. But Mikey, you know what? America is expensive.
Oh, yeah.
You can certainly vouch for that. America is really. I had such a wonderful trip, right? So many people contributed. I don't know if I could have done it. It would have been anywhere near as good without. Look, you can't just sponge off your fans all the time. You know, I've got to try my best. And look, I would love to go. I would love to go to America, but I must say, America ain't cheap, and I don't have a lot of cash at the moment. It's the last. It's very expensive for me to go there, and I got to tell you something. Talking about a Pepsi, a Reverso, and then I'm actually looking at the non-hype. For me, Explorer 2 is. I love the Explorer 2. I don't see. Let me tell you this. The reason I don't get a Pepsi is simple. I don't see it being twice as good as an Explorer 2. Does that make sense?
In which sense?
That's
like the money is twice the money, right?
No, it's not.
Okay, what's 1.75 the money?
Okay, so let's talk Canadian dollars. The white polar will be about, I think, 15, and the Pepsi
No, the
will
white
be,
polar without box or papers would be about 11.
I'm talking Canadian.
Yeah, 11, because it's got no box or papers. So I get wholesaled on mine,
Okay.
and then
Okay, so when you want to argue in the opposite direction, you're gonna fucking push your agenda, right?
no. What I'm saying is, how much would I get for mine? Doesn't have box or.
It's not fucking double, okay? It's not fucking double. It's not. That's your agenda now. You want to prove something. You cannot prove that you should not have Pepsi because Explorer is a better choice. No, it's not. No, it's not. What you should do, you should eliminate Explorer and Speedy and have a Pepsi.
Yes, you're right. You're right, Bear. I should. But the problem is, plastic is too hype. I want to stay away from hype watches.
Why?
As a protest.
Why is it forbidden for Pontiff to have one hype watch?
Yeah. The Bluesies hype, isn't it? That's a hype watch.
No.
That's not a hype watch, but it's a sexy watch. I'll give you that.
It's a sexy watch. Yeah, it's a sexy watch, but not hype. Super chat from Stud Muffin.
Super chat from Stud Muffin. Here we go. Stud Muffin, $2. Travel videos to Asia makes good money. Hashtag rebuild.
I agree that trip to Asia is a very good idea. I think you will enjoy it. I think you will enjoy it. I think it will re-energize you. And frankly, you always seem to be there like you belong.
Yeah. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
How's my audio today, Archie? Is it okay?
Perfect. Absolutely.
Oh, mate, perfect.
Now, I wanted to say something. Could I mention today's topic, Bear? We've got a full panel. I want to mention a topic today, Bear.
Yeah, I actually have a comment on that topic. I have a recommendation for you, Pontiff.
Okay, so let me say to you, what is the best book, first book to get on watches? Now, I've got hundreds of books. Okay, I have got
first book. First book. That's a good one. First book.
Hundreds, right? You know what I think the best book is, Bear?
Tell me.
It's a simple book. I'm going to pull it off the shelf.
Yeah.
I think this is the best book to get. A Man and His Watch.
Yeah, I have that. I don't know that that's the best book to have.
Because what I like about this book is that it tells the story of men and their watches. Okay?
Okay. All right.
So it basically, look, it's not perfect. Okay? I must admit, it's not perfect, but it is cool in the sense it is cool in the sense that it tells the story. For example, Ben Clymer from Houdinki tells the story of how his grandfather gave him an Omega Speedmaster Mark 40. It tells the story of some famous people and the watches that they have loved. So it shows you the relationship with watches. Now, I grant you, some of the people in here are dicks. Yeah, I get it. I
was just about to say that. So to me, it's okay book. It's okay.
It's an okay book. The other thing is, it depends. If you're not into vintage Rolex, there's no point to get books on vintage Rolex.
I agree.
You got to get books on what you really like. I kind of went ballistic on the books.
But you kind of threw a first curve ball, which is what is the best first book. So let's stick with a topic now. Like a first book now is not equal to 7th book or 100th book. Okay, so what we need is you need to understand. I in a way I understand your recommendation because it's very easy read, and it's approachable, and it will make people understand where the
Just
love
be
for
1 minute. I
watches
got to
comes.
open a door for somebody. 1 minute. I'll open the garage for you if you like. I'll take you.
Just like to say a quick hello to all the punters out there that are saying hello to us. Hope everyone's doing well and staying sexy as always.
Where are you going, Mr. Jim T? Where are you driving?
No, I just came home. I just got home from the gym. Yeah.
Hey, Bear, guess what happened today?
Can I finish my thought?
Sorry.
So your book is fantastic if you ultimately want to popularize the understanding a relationship with watches and what makes a person love the watches, besides obvious the beauty, the micromechanics, the movements, and so on. So that's a good first book from that perspective. But I would say that the best first book that I would recommend to someone who wants to be a serious collector is the Wristwatch Handbook by Ryan Schmidt, which is the wristwatch handbook, which is very comprehensive guide to mechanical watches, generally speaking. So maybe that's even best second book, depending on how you want to approach.
I got to tell you that the big problem is, you know what the problem is, Bear?
Go ahead.
See, what I really like, they don't have books on. I like modern Rolex. I like iconic. There's some books on iconic. They miss the point. They miss it. Nothing hits the nail on the head, okay? They miss the point. And
have you ever thought about doing a book, making your own book, the Archie-Luxury book?
Look,
he has 2 books published. You can get them on the Amazon. I have both of them.
Yeah, look.
Really?
I'll be honest with you. I was thinking about it, but the real thing is this. The real medium is the YouTube. People want to watch a video. They don't want to read a book anymore. Books are dying. I think this is why YouTube is so popular. It's the reason why people don't go to universities, because it's fucking boring. They want quick entertainment. That's what they want. They want college prank humor and quick entertainment and shower scenes. That's what they want, Mr. GMT.
I know the shower scenes are very popular these days. I've heard. That's what I've heard. I'm not saying that's just what I've heard. They're very popular these days.
Yeah, that's what's going around. That's what we hear.
Yeah. You know. Arch, why don't you do a topic like, what's the best first watch for a beginner? Like, what should they start with? Have you done anything like that? Any streams like that? What's the best first ever watch?
That's a good topic. Yeah, you're right.
Well, we should have maybe price point levels. Like, what's your best first watch at this? If you have this much, and then this much, and then this much.
Yeah,
because
that's great. That's a great idea.
Between 5 and 10. You're talking a Tudor or a Man on the Moon. If you're talking over 10, obviously Submariner probably be best first watch, or a Polar Explorer, something like that. And then when you get up above that, then your first watch might be a Pepsi, or something along those lines. I think all of them probably going to be Rolex or Omega, especially when you get up there. But then
Tudors,
of course.
Bear's actually, the funny thing is, Bear, Shawnee, he's probably the most famous watch. He's the best watch dealer in Australia. Okay, Shawnee from Europe. He said to me, he's been doing it the longest, so that's why I say he's the biggest, the best. 1 minute, guys. 1 minute there. 1 minute. That's okay.
Nobody? Whoa.
He did that on purpose.
Mr. GMT, you were so like absolutely non-moving. I thought your screen had frozen.
Oh, really? No.
You're just standing there with your finger across your face like this, and you just were so absolutely motionless. I honestly thought your screen had frozen.
Yeah, but I sometimes have the same thing with you because you stay so still as well. So
I know I do. Sometimes I just sit there and I don't move. So
yeah.
So sometimes I'll wiggle my head or nod or something just to you know indicate that I'm still here and you know.
And the screen hasn't frozen.
Yeah.
Tell Archie I've got to get out. I'm gonna probably try and jump on a bit
Hey,
later.
no worries there. That's okay,
right,
Mr.
cool.
GMT.
I've just gotten home. I'll see what the wife wants me to do. No worries, my man. You take care. Stay sexy. We'll talk again soon, boys.
Yeah.
See you, Mr. GMT. Thank you very much, sir.
See, Bear, we got work progressing. What do you think, Bear? Hey?
Yeah, good.
So I think I was given a book called The Big Book of Watches. Is that a watch? I have to go. Give me a minute. Let me go find a book. I think Big Meech was the one that was nice enough to send me these books. And I think one of them is like a good first book for somebody. Hang on, I'll be right back.
Very nice, very nice. Let's see the bookses, Mikey. Let's see what bookses did Mitch send to Mikey. Yeah, I think books are still important. I don't necessarily agree with Archie that it's all about YouTube because there's still a lot of opportunities besides YouTube to get into the hobby. I love the watch magazines because they keep you fresh. There is a nice information. There are ratings on the watches. There are evaluations of the watches. By the way, sad, when it comes to material for day date, I do love yellow. I think yellow is very day date, but I don't necessarily think that anything can beat platinum. I think platinum is still probably
Frank the Tank. We got Frank the Tank. $10. AC3, you are our pontiff. Just limit your collection to best 3 pieces you can afford. Stop buying things because they are good value. Listen to Bear. Life is too short to fake around.
One thing about Archie, he doesn't listen to anyone. That's a thing. I think if anyone actually knows Archie long enough,
doesn't listen to anybody.
They will realize that Archie doesn't listen. He has
doesn't fucking listen.
He'll communicate. He'll hear you.
Guy, what's wrong with
There's a big difference between hearing and listening. Archie hears you. Archie will read you. Archie will hear you. But literally, it's just going through his mind, speed of light. And there's a thought that's already formed, and that thought that Archie forms, he wants to make sure that we all believe in that thought. That's what makes him a cult leader. That's what makes Archie a cult leader.
I see.
Oh, I think one similarity Arch and I both have is I think we both have to learn our lessons the hard way.
We all do sometimes. We all do.
Yeah, I found my book. It's called.
Let's check it out.
The Big Watch Book.
That sounds like a very good book. And have you looked through?
It's the world of luxury watches is the sub heading below the main title, and it starts out, goes over Tudor contents. Let's see if it's got a table of contents in the back. No, but wow.
So is this the first time you actually opening the book? Be honest with me, Mikey.
It actually, I thumbed through it when I first got it, but yeah, this is the first time I'm actually looking. Have you ever heard of a brand named Triwa?
No.
TRI. It's
It's garbage, Mike.
okay.
It's fucking garbage. Okay.
In any case, this book covers Tudor. Here's actually a decent looking Bell and Ross, if I might say, one of the very few. Piaget. It's Bremont, Breitling. It seems to cover the whole gamut, the whole range of luxury watches, and seems to give some history. And even here we got Tony Montana. It seems to give some interesting history notes about, different people who wore what. Here's the Ploprof. So yeah,
Archie, I put a good book as a recommendation for Mikey as a
Paul
first
Newman.
watch book.
I think this is a great book. It's got lots of history in it.
Archie, go to the private chat and show Mikey this is a great opportunity for him.
Yes, I got to tell you, this is a.
Here's the only other book you need to know.
I'm just calling it up. Mikey, this is a great book here that bears.
This is my recommendation for you, Mikey.
Okay. I'm going to go out and run out and get it.
That's okay. No worries.
It's actually quite good quality. I got it for a couple of people.
Sure. No problems at all there. No problems.
Yeah. I'm keeping this book in my room. I'm gonna read this watch.
There we go, Mikey.
See, what is it? Oh, PR is for Rolex. I didn't grab my 2 Rolex books because they were just Rolex specific, but I do have 2 Rolex. I think the Rolex for like a certain year, like 2021. But our ABCs for future Rolex watch collectors. Yeah.
No. This is not about only Rolex. This is just R for Rolex, but there is A for Audemars.
1 minute, I'll be back.
Oh yeah, I see what you're
B
saying.
for Breitling. Yeah.
Well, it says ABCs for future watch collectors, so it means everybody, every brand. That's kind of like this book. This book is it says the world of luxury watches, so it kind of is all encompassing. It's not. It doesn't narrow anything down to any one brand or anything like that. But in just thumbing through it, it looks like it gives lots of neat little tidbits and history bits about who wore what, and looks really interesting, very interesting actually. To the point where I'm actually gonna keep it here on my desk and read it.
Fella, I realize that, but unfortunately, it is not my show. It is Archie's show, and he chooses the topics.
Yeah. Well, what is the topic?
What are the best watch books?
Oh, best watch books. Huh.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, your book is. Would you say is a good book for an entry level first book for somebody getting into?
This was my recommendation for you, Mikey.
Oh, okay.
You must get this.
This is like above the straight beginner level stuff, right? So this would educate me.
Very much so.
Okay.
It's a kindergarten level.
Perfect. Thanks, bud. Thanks, man.
It's not. It's not coloring book. Okay, it's not coloring book.
Right. It doesn't have pictures I can color and keep the crayon
Yeah,
in the
no.
lines and stuff.
Actually, to be very honest with you, pictures are very good. They're accurate. They're good, and I personally enjoyed this book. To be honest with you, I bought it for two friends of mine have a kids, and they had a blast with kids. Actually, I think at the end, the fathers who are watch geeks were enjoying this book more than kids. But they were spending quality time with them, and they loved the idea that they could actually relate to their kids and the watches, which is the hobby that they love so much. So I was just gonna throw in a little bit, if you don't mind.
No worries, man. It's all good.
Okay.
So is the book actually truly written in kind of
Oh,
kindergarten style?
yeah. It's actually alphabet, and then basically you open the page. There is a picture of Royal Oak, Ademar Piguet, let's say, and
Yeah.
then it tells you Ademar Piguet. Then you go to B, and it's a Breitling, and then in a picture of Breitling, and I think a little bit of writing in simple terms about Breitling, right? And
Okay.
so on and so on. I don't remember C. I think it's Casio, and D. I don't know. I don't remember all
Sure.
the things, but it was very popular book to a point that it was sold out most of the time. It was actually hard to get, and I wanted to get it for Christmas, not this Christmas, previous one, and it was impossible. I had to buy and pay over retail,
Oh man.
over retail on eBay.
Yeah, you have to buy books on the gray market.
No lie, no, I'm not bullshitting you. I wanted to get these for my friends, for their kids, and I ended up paying more than double. Cartier, yeah, Cartier,
Wow.
you're right. More than double than the price of actual price of the actual book.
Well,
But I thought
definitely.
it would be cute. I got to be honest with you, I like it. I think it's a fantastic. Anyone
Yeah.
that's a watch geek would get a kick out of it.
Sure.
Because ultimately we can understand why we love watches, and if we could get a kid to for a moment feel that connection that we have with watches,
Or even
just
take us back to being a kid in
Right.
reading it that way. Yeah.
Right.
One thing is, I don't read much is in the area of books, but I do love texts. I do love informational books like this one, and books that just are kind of like rundowns of texts. More than I do like what's on Oprah's top 10 list. I don't read those kind of books. Usually I'm usually looking up texts or workbooks, for repairing something or ordering a book about a certain model Harley that I'm fixing or something like that. So those are the type of books that I tend to buy and use. Otherwise, the internet is just so available. It's like
I found a list of the watches that are listed in there under the what is it called, the alphabet. So here we go. A is for Ademar Piguet. B is for Breitling. Okay. The C is, can you guess? Cartier.
okay.
Now D they cheat a little bit. They put D is for Daytona. D is for Daytona. E is for ETA movement, and they actually have a picture of ETA movement. F is for Frank Miller. G is for G-Shock. H is for Hublot. That's interesting. They pick Hublot, and H is actually silent. I is for IWC. J is for GG,
Lacoute.
And then we have a K for khaki field. L is for loom. They actually show the loom on the watch. Then we have a M for Milgauss. N is not the brand, but actually the type of watch, which is Navitimer. O is for, obviously, Omega. P is for Patek, which is no surprise, and they feature Nautilus. And on Omega, they feature the Speedy. Q is for Quartz, which is interesting. R is for Richard Mille. That's interesting choice. Then we have a S for one of your favorite brands, Mikey, Seiko. T is for the Tag Heuer, which is interesting choice. U, that's a probably biggest surprise to me, is your work. I don't know if they could have anything else, but they chose your work. V is for Vacheron Constantin.
Vacheron. Yeah. Oh, yeah, good. They didn't miss there.
That's a good show. No. And W is, guess what? For water resistance.
I would have thought they would have taken Waltham or what's the
Me
other?
Too. Now X is for X-rated. It's apparently a brand. I don't know what X-rated is. Then we have Y is for Yachtmaster. Z is for Zeitwerk. And that's the list of everything alphabetically in this cute little book.
Neat. It's not a big book. It's a smallish book, right?
And their punters telling us they could have used very famous brands such as Ulysse Nardin under U. Yeah, I agree. They could have used Zulu under X.
W could have, Wittenauer.
Right.
There's a number of W's. One big one that I'm missing right now that I can't think of.
And JJ adamantly says that a P should have been for Pantera.
Oh, of course.
Regardless that it's not a watch, because there's nothing more famous ever produced under P than Pantera. And then there's a U-boat. God, I hate those watches.
Oh, me too. I'm with you, Ray. I'm with you 100%.
Yeah.
U-boat and Bell and Ross. They're both just fucking ugly as sin.
Yeah. And then, so, okay, I trolled you a little bit on this one, but CB says it's great to put it in a bathroom.
Yeah.
Perfect. Put it in the bathroom. But I don't know about that. CB, it's actually great to connect with kids.
Yeah. Or, this would be a neat book to have at a doctor's office when you're waiting for your doctor for 20 minutes or 30 minutes like you always have to do. It'd be a nice book to thumb through.
I prefer watch magazines because in a watch magazines, like my favorite, I collect them all. I have them fucking all. I'm obsessed with them. My favorite magazine is actually, what the fuck is the name? Watch Time, right? Watch Time? Yeah, Watch Time.
Yeah.
So the things I like about it is basically because they actually talk about what's new in the watch world. I love their reviews of watches.
Sure.
So when they're reviewing the watches, they'll do like scores, right? So they'll evaluate strap and clasp, case, dial and hands, design, legibility, operation, wearing comfort, movement.
Yeah. Now, does your doctor actually have a watch magazine? Because like my doctor only has like Life, People, fucking Sports Illustrated.
My doctor is old school. All he has is Playboys.
Oh, nice. There you go.
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. So
it's like going to your old barber.
Yeah, exactly. And my barber has the Playboys as well.
Yeah.
But
no,
I'm saying that's what I would like to have in a doctor's office or any office
oh yeah.
where I end up waiting. I like these magazines. For me, watch time. I also like the quality of photography because, in all honesty, no computer screen can bring it up so vividly like a great photography on a high quality magazine.
Yeah. And on high quality paper as well.
Right. And that's what I love. I love looking at, and I love enjoying that. Yeah, and the guys are now doing the Archieverse ABC. I mean, we can try that as well if you want.
A is for Rolex, B is for Rolex, C is for Rolex, D is for Rolex, E is for Audemars Piguet, E is for Polar Explorer, F is for JJ LeCoultre Reverso. You go through about 10 or 12 and you just stop there about halfway through the alphabet.
Yeah. Is there anyone else that would like to jump on a stream? Mikey, are you capable of dropping the link or no?
I believe.
I think you learned that, right?
I think I did. Let's see here. Well, let me see if I can do this. Copy and then go to.
Hey, Bear. Sorry about that.
Paste.
That's my new alarm
just
system.
Drop the link?
Yes, that's right. Paste. Drop the link. Drop the link in the.
Did I just do it?
No, it hasn't come up yet. Paste it.
I thought I just did. Maybe.
Post a comment down in the box.
Well, I have to do it over on my other side where. Here I gotta enter it. There we go. Now it should be up.
Thank you, Mikey.
There you go.
Okay,
Did I do it right?
No worries. Thank you. See you later. Hello, boys.
Hello, Archie.
You know what, Bear?
Tell me, Archie.
Yeah, just got the alarm system set up there now.
Guys, you can see Mike dropped the link. If you'd like to join, you're more than welcome. You also can upload.
I can't see the link. Where's the link? I can't see the link.
It's right there.
You got to press enter. Then click it. Click enter. Yes, there it is. Right there. Yes, he did too. That's it. He did it, Mikey.
I did it all by myself.
Now, next job, Mikey. Next job, all kidding aside, something you do better than anyone else. I know. Let's get some uploads, guys. Let's. I mean, come on. Please,
okay,
guys.
People. Listen, we have given, I think, some of the best content in ages. Just in the last few minutes, talking about books.
Agreed.
We have had a civil, very educational discussion about books and some really good choices of books to buy, and that's worth moving your finger and clicking on the upvote button. You come here, you learn. I'm here mainly to learn. I'm not an watch expert, and I don't claim to be. And I know a lot about a lot of things. I know a little bit about watches, but I learn here, and I think a lot of other people learn here. And if you get something out of this place, you should fucking upvote. It's just it's just how you give back, and it's just a click of your finger.
Mikey, from 23 to 43, I applaud you, man.
Hey, thank you.
Stud Muffin, $5. I'm changing the subject. Pull up the email. Here we go. Now into paradise. Oh, yes, Bear. This was Bear, this was a great video. You know, this was a great video, and he's going back into history, Bear. We're going back into history to see some of my videos from the past, Bear.
Let's see.
Here we go. Let's get this baby up on the screen. Here we go. At the Grand Hyatt, and I'm going to take you on a tour. This is a secret tour of the facilities. Hyatt. I want you to pretend you're here. Indonesian bungalows and
Grand Hyatt, Bear.
Just relaxing. It
Wow.
takes We're on the pool area here,
Beautiful.
and we've got a wonderful Indonesian restaurant, seafood restaurant. Sure, I'm not allowed to.
We have a super chat. We have a super chat, Archie.
And it's seafood as well. Seafood. We got a super chat. Let's get that super chat up, Stud Muffin. That was the one.
Oh, that was the one. I'm sorry.
That's the one.
Go,
Bear,
please carry on.
This, Bear. Indonesian restaurant. Yeah. For BMW 1 Series drivers. For people who are winning in the heart of Jakarta, Grand Hyatt. Fuck. I want to go, Bear. I had enough.
I was a 1 Series driver. I had a 135i.
Look at this, make this home. Bear. The Hyatt Bear in Indonesia is absolutely fantastic. It's soon. I come soon. The water look nice. Look nice. No pigeon English, Bear. Do you like the pigeon English? And if you're a winner, look at this, Bear. I just absolutely adore it. Absolutely adore.
Look at the sculptures.
It's an honor. What do you reckon, Bear?
Nice.
Holy shit, Bear. I think I should be going. What do you reckon?
Absolutely, Archie, you should be going. Absolutely.
Is Indonesia? What do you think, Indonesia? Or you go Malaysia? What would you like?
I'll be honest with you, that is all unknown territory to me. I think you enjoy Bangkok the most.
Bit hard to get a leave pass to Bangkok with the wife, Bear.
What do you mean?
Bangkok's expensive as well, Bear.
Archie, I think if you made it back to America, like not every year, but if you made another America trip,
America is so expensive, Mike.
No. Listen. Don't make a regular thing of it. But if you, let's say a year or 2 or 3, planned another America trip, that you would be treated exactly the same way, and that it wouldn't cost you anything, just like this last one did, or wouldn't cost you very much. Now, if you made it a yearly thing, then that'd be a different story. But America really embraced you, and I think that they would love to see you again. And I mean, there's enough people here that love you that, you grazed the few people that, were lucky enough to run into you. There's thousands of other people that would jump at the chance to host you and take you out. And, if you did it not too often, I think you could do it without spending a lot of money. Even though America is expensive, I think there's a lot of people that would be happy to foot your bill.
Yeah, I got to tell you, I'd love to go to America, but it's not cheap, Bear. I got to rebuild the collection at the moment. And yeah. I think we'll just have a look at a number of things there, Bear. We're just gonna keep an eye open. Bear, tell me this. Where are you off to next? Tell me this, Bear.
Traveling?
Yeah.
Hopefully nowhere. Fuck, I hate traveling. I would be the happiest man if I don't have to travel at all anymore. And I'm not bullshitting, I'm telling you the truth.
I'm kind of with you there, Bear. I'm happy where I'm at, but then when I do travel, I find that I'm happy traveling as well. Like
Actually, to be honest,
we go to Baja, and it's wonderful there.
if I travel, I like to travel where traveling is simple. It doesn't require crossing borders. It doesn't require, waiting, connecting flights. It doesn't require early waking up to catch the plane. It doesn't require dealing with extreme temperatures in any sense of the word. It doesn't require any of that bullshit. I rather enjoy a beautiful shopping and meals. I'd rather just go to like a really high-end hotel in Toronto and have a nice evening of either concert or sport event or theater, and then have a wonderful meal in a very high-end restaurant, and then enjoy a beautiful pool and enjoy sauna and enjoy a spa, and then go to my luxurious room with heated tiles in a bathroom and a very high-end toilet that can air dry your bum.
Fuck, what sort of hotel? I've never seen an air drying toilet, Bear.
Ritz-Carlton in Toronto. I love Ritz-Carlton in Toronto. That's where I love to go and spend my staycation. Not a big traveling effort, and then I can go to Chinatown. I can go to wherever the fuck I feel like, right? And to me, that's you're relaxing. You're not exhausted from traveling from a different time zones, from a jet lag, and you just chill. There's so many awesome restaurants. The food scene is amazing, and air dry toilet, yes, fantastic feeling. And you know what? Then you can take a train, which is less, it's more civilized than flying these days. They have a really nice train between in Ontario, and then I can go to some nice like a Lake Muskoka for the nice like an Airbnb, high end.
How about I come and see you in Canada, Bear?
Oh, you're more than welcome, Archie. The moment you come here, you will have no expenses. You are all.
I wouldn't say that, Bear. I wouldn't say that, Bear. Be very careful what you say.
No,
I might take you up on the offer.
Just get to Canada and you're with me. You won't have to spend any money. You will be staying at my hotel. You'll be staying in my home. You will be staying with me.
Well, you might get the shits of me, Bear.
No, man. We will have a great time. What are you talking about?
We will have an amazing time. We'll have an amazing time, Bear.
I have no doubt in my mind. I mean, the big expense really is the ticket, dude. That's a big expense, the ticket. You did not pay for most of the meals in US, but the expense is traveling from Australia to what is the cost of the flight? Yeah, Mobster, you can come as well, 100%. I love you, Mobster. I love you. From Archie describes you and tells me about you.
Fuck!
You're the type of guy that I would enjoy.
It's about $2,500, Bear.
But that's what I'm saying. That's the tough part, right?
Holy
but I'm not joking.
Shit.
I'm not joking. Archie, honestly, you imagine between me and Ronnie and what's his name, Tanzil, you really think you have to worry something? Come on. And we're all close to each other. We're all in Ontario, so you would be with us. And
in
everything
Canada.
that's you would love it. You would love it.
And you've got a bit of British backbone there too, so I'd be used to all the rules and regulations.
Yeah, we are like Australia, but different. You'd be very comfortable here. It would be you would be cold, but if it comes summertime, you would not even be cold. You'd be hot. Yeah.
Amazing. Amazing.
And what do you think you would primarily eat? Steaks.
Mhm.
No, there would be no big culture shock, but you would be still very different. Oh my God, how much I would love to walk with you in my AD. Holy shit. I mean, that would be hilarious. Hilarious. But besides that, you know, I would not spend time with you like you're ARCHIELUXURY. I would spend time like with a friend that's visiting
Oh,
me.
Bear, we would have an amazing tour. Man, Canada is an amazing country.
Just relax, you know, and have a cigar and eat nice.
Can you take me out on a big semi-trailer? We'll do ice road truckers, Bear.
I can arrange that. I can arrange that.
Yeah.
Scary shit, Bear. Very scary shit there.
Yeah, but I honestly, I would recommend you come summertime, because if you come summertime, the area where my hotel is has a beautiful lakes. We go on the beach. We fucking enjoy the nature. It would be absolutely amazing. By the way, Zone is looking for link.
Zone link. Here we go. I'm pasting the link now, Bear. I'm just posting it. Oh, we got the narc coming back on.
Should I let him on? Yeah.
Of course.
He lets himself on. He's
okay.
Archie will become Bear's chauffeur and never leave. There we go.
This is a no-brainer, Archie.
Yes.
Absolutely no-brainer.
Get your ass over to Canada.
Yeah, we would enjoy Archie. But let me put it this way. This is not YouTube adventure. This is two friends meeting, relaxing, and enjoying. I would not fucking let you stream or anything like that. You can do your regular streaming. You got to make a living. I'll leave you alone. But ultimately, I want you to be here and have a nice time with a good friend.
Yeah. Bear would not let it turn into a shit show.
No. I want you to relax. I want you to come here. And we are two buddies to actually just chill and take it easy. Kind of like
I don't want to be
your
a bit of a Debbie Downer, but look, you got to do things before it's too late. We can help raise the money for the tickets. You're good friends. You've never met. It's a absolute no-brainer, Arch.
Here's Mr. TW. How are you, Mr. TW?
Let's go to Bangers, Arch. Let's go to Bangers, Arch.
There we go,
I got
Mr.
my
TW.
Go to Bangers, Arch. Bangers.
Yeah, Bangers. Yeah, I you know, I actually am pretty conservative when I travel to these places. Country there to all the
when you
Bangers.
go to Asia, you're paying for everything. You're a complete tourist, so you're like you're footing the bill for every soda pop, every little place you go. You know,
Mr. TW, where are you heading off to next? Tell me this. Yeah. Where are you heading?
Mate, I'd love to go to Bangers. I'd love to go to Bangers.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, France is wonderful. Especially northern France, like up near the German border, Alsace-Lorraine.
You went to France as a kid, Mikey, didn't you? You were just before you were 18 or something, weren't you? 18?
Yeah, I was 17.
Yeah, you had a great time.
I lived there for 3 months, and I lived in Strasbourg in a small town called Haguenau, and we drove all over. Went up to Alsace-Lorraine.
Here we go. Time to unwind. £1.80. Mike, you ever sniffed a flight attendant's monkey?
No, I'm sorry. I haven't done that. Sorry.
No.
You're in the Mile High Club, aren't you, Mike? You're in the Mile High Club.
Mr. TW, you're a bit of a watch enthusiast. What watch are you buying next? Tell me this.
Nada. Zip.
Nada. No.
Nothing.
Nothing at the moment?
Nothing. Just wearing shitters, Arch. Just wearing shitters. Shitters are shitters.
What's that?
Shitters.
You've been a big fan of the show. You've been on a few shows, TW. When did you start watching the Archie Luxury?
I've been watching you back since 2014, 15.
Got you.
All the early stuff.
Yeah.
Wow.
All the good stuff.
Back when I was confused, like who was Paul Pluta and what is this? Is this the same guy as Archie Luxury? And yeah, the very beginnings when I started watching as well.
Bear, tell me this.
Before.
Yes,
Books.
Yes.
What does Bear think of Hanhart? What does Bear think of Hanhart?
I actually
Steve
like
McQueen or Hanhart?
I like the aesthetics of the watch. I think, I don't like the fact that they're fucking promoting the rodent one. That fact bothers me a lot. But as a watch, it has an interesting history. It has that militaristic look. It's a decent price. It's a good price point. The movement is correct. Design is unique. I love chronographs. I love chronographs that look like it. So I would consider buying Hanhart.
Wow. There you go. The Bear has spoken. He would consider. I think the problem is they had some really nice. Hanhart had a good history. They used to make aviation watches for the Germans, and they had some military pieces. A lot of their new stuff is really not that special. They've gone more lower priced, haven't they, Bear? Hanhart. It's kind of like an Oris sort of. What do you think, Bear?
Sorry, Archie, what do I think about what? I didn't hear the question.
Hanhart is more sort of Oris sort of priced watches. They're not really high end, are they? Hanhart's
no. Oris level for sure. Actually better value than Oris if you're asking me. Oris is being pushed a little bit. So they are level of Oris, but a better value. And I like design.
You know, there's a Hanhart AD in Noosa, Arch.
Yeah. I think that's Define, isn't it? You mean?
Yeah, Define.
He also sells a lot of really expensive German watches as well.
Yeah. I felt when I looked at them, I thought they're a bit overpriced. You know, I mean, I think that I don't think they do that to the same one. What was the one Steve McQueen wore? The Chrono? Bear might know it. That three register or two register?
They're usually two register Hanharts.
Yeah, two register Hanhart. Yeah, Chrono.
I'll just pull that baby up. I'll just pull that baby up for the screen there, Bear. Let's have a look at this here.
They have invert panda and they have a regular panda. Very cool looking pieces. I was very tempted.
This is what they look like, Bear.
A Aussie up there. Yeah, that's it. Ooh. That's it, Arch.
Yeah, that's a lot of money, really, for a nothing watch. $5,000, Bear. I'd rather get a Black Bay. What do you think, Bear?
Black Bay is so fucking boring.
No, I like that. I like that black dial. I love that dial. That black dial. Two registers. Arabics? Is that Arabics?
Yep, that's Arabics. That's right. Arabics is just like normal writing there.
What brand is this?
Are you on the Define side? Are you on the Define
Hanhart?
Oh,
the Hanhart.
Yeah.
Hanhart.
It's sort of
I would grab this over a Black Bay just because I don't like Black Bays.
Oh, you like the Pelagos, but here we go. Stud Muffin.
I love the Pelagos. I just don't
like
Black Bays.
$5. Arch wore the gold sub in his last trip to Indonesia. Would you wear the bluesy for your second trip to Indonesia? Of course I would take that bluesy, Bear. That's exactly what I would take, Bear.
The bluesy. It's a pike off piece. The bluesy, it's
a
a
great
pike
piece.
off piece.
Great piece, that. Great
Get out of
piece.
my Fyken road. Get out of my Fyken road. When you're wearing a bluesy.
Yeah, no, that's what I would definitely do there, Bear.
You know what, CB? I am not close to the microphone. I think it's time for me. It's time for me to go and look for that fucking button to see if the lever is up. Super chats are dismal tonight. Dismal.
Yes.
And I need to do something about it. Give me a second, man. Give me a second.
Thank you. Thank you,
Please,
Bear.
please give me a second. I'll try to fix it.
There you go.
Hang on, hang on. Archie, I hope this works.
Yes, Bear. I must admit, it's been pretty. It's. I think we're just getting into the swing of things there. We can only try our best, Bear.
Well,
it's
you can have good days and you can have bad days.
That's exactly it there. Bear, tell me this. What exciting stuff are you looking for? Tell me this. What are you looking for, Bear?
So you don't like this watch, Archie? The Hanhart?
Look, I don't hate it. I actually like the design of it. I think it's got a very nice classical design to it. But when you pull the watch down, it's
the only thing result of the moment results also in a very, very pushed aside subdials, a little bit too far, which affects the aesthetic, right? And guess what? The super chat button encouraged you people. Let's see what happens here. Time to unwind.
Here we go. Time to unwind. Here we go, Bear. Look at this here. Time to unwind. £1.80. Mike, have you ever jammed you crown jewels in kitchen drawer?
No, sorry, man.
And Stud Muffin, pull up the new email. Stud Muffin's going to bring up something really cool here. I'm just loading it now from Stud Muffin. This is actually a look at the hotel room in Indonesia, Bear. This was a.
Can you remove the super chat, please?
Yeah, I'll just grab it now. Sharing the screen. Here we go.
Remove the super chat from the screen once it's done.
Yeah.
I'm
pulling it up. Here we go. Here we go. Stud Muffin. Let's get this baby started here. Let's go. Look at this, Bear.
And I thought it would be a good idea.
Look at that, Bear.
If I just paid a little bit more attention to the detail. Crew fucking
beautiful.
Ample, hot, cold, restock and stuff. If you're going to growl out street meat,
Look at that. I still got that shirt, Bear, by the way.
Nice.
There you go. It's all important.
I'll be right back.
No worries.
Okay.
Let's take a look at the shower, fuckers. New shampoo, new conditioner to
shampoo, Bear.
Street meat that you may have in your room.
Still got those shoes
now,
too,
let's
Bear.
have a look here. This is the little executive holding bay. This is luxury living. This is what it's about. I've just had a look, fuckers. We've got the everything's been cleaned, wiped. This is luxury living at its finest. I'm Archibald Chester. Think of that. Nice one, Archie. I love the Indo handicrafts. That really sets your room apart, big boy. Hello.
What do you think of that video, Bear? That was great, wasn't it?
Very
Indonesia.
nice.
Beauty, mate.
Very nice.
That's a great
Hey,
one.
can you
That's a good one.
Can you bring up the Hanhart 417 ES Flyback Panda?
Yes. Let's get this
That's,
baby
that's
up
the
on
one.
the screen
That's the
here.
one I'm really craving. So it is the Hanhart 417
417.
ES Flyback. It's a flyback chronograph.
Yes. Yeah.
Panda.
Let's have a look at this baby. Oh, Bear, look at this.
Yeah.
2 register.
You have to admit it's a pretty watch.
Can't see it. Oh, yeah, you can't.
Hey, look what we got here. We got Sovrong. Hello, Sovrong.
G'day, fellas.
There
Hi,
you
Sovereign.
go. There you go.
How's it
There
going,
you
guys?
go. There you go. Look at that. Look at that. Look
See,
at
I think
that.
that's the one. Mr.
That's-
TW, this is the one I
That's
would
the
get.
one. Yeah, yeah. I didn't know they did a panda.
Yeah, that's a new
didn't
one. They
know
just
that.
came out with that. Just came out. They're doing this
Oh,
and reverse
yeah,
panda.
that's true. Yeah, yeah.
And a reverse
panda.
panda,
Yeah.
Bear.
Yes.
Those are very sharp.
Archie, mate, I've not had no bids on your desk yet, mate.
No bids on the desk.
No, now Cam wants it. Full of fucking wank stains and spittle.
What's that now?
Saying
That's
nobody wants
Sovereign.
Archie's desk that's
Sovereign.
full of fucking spittle. and
You know
wank stains.
Sovereign, right, Mikey?
Would you ask me?
You know Sovereign, Mikey, right?
Yeah.
That's Sovereign.
Okay. Hey,
G'day, mate.
hey, Sovereign. I
You
got something
changed
to
your name
show.
to fucking Onion Cat?
Mikey, you want to show us something?
You work, Molly.
Yeah. This is my
Good
next.
job, Molly.
This is my next resin pour art piece.
What the fuck's that? A bit of resin?
Oh,
It's solid epoxy resin with burl wood, and I used a Kool-Aid pitcher as my mold. There's some burl wood that I poured blue epoxy all over, so it's going to have I've never seen anybody else do this very unique piece it's going to become.
It looks like you've stole some fucking Tupperware, Mikey boy.
Yeah, well, I'm going to cut
That's
this
nice, Mike. That's
off,
nice, Mike.
and I'm going to cut the Tupperware away, and then the round slug will get chucked up on my lathe, and then I will turn it into a masterpiece.
Sounds good. I got to tell you, Bear. I got to tell you, Bear. Look at the Sovrong. What do you think? What do you think of the Sovrong? Look at the Sovrong. Look at this.
Sovereign, what shirt
Mate,
are you
all the
wearing?
fucking hard work I did in your fucking desk is stuck a tone on my fucking skin. Can you see, Archie, mate?
Yeah,
Cool,
yeah, we
cool
can see.
ink, man. I like your ink.
Cheers, Mikey, mate. Archie, what we doing regarding this fucking desk?
Yes, we got to get that desk over to my place.
Yeah, because no comes buying it. I'll give an offer to that fucking fat bald cunt, Danny, for 50 cents, and he said fucking keep it. It's not worth the fucking firewood.
Oh.
So what we're saying, Arch?
I know what you're saying, guys.
Anyway, mate, I've got to get back to work, and GMT, your watch has got more fucking chips than fucking the freezer shop, mate. Ta-ra.
See you later, Sovereign.
I love the mask, don't
See
you?
you,
What a
Sovereign.
great bit of comedy there. Hey, that's great to see. There, I got to tell you, these affordable watches, TW, can you please? You've got to spend a bit more. I tell you what I would buy. You know what I'd buy if I?
This is a good buy, Archie. Honestly, I have to tell you, this is not a bad watch. This is not a bad watch.
how heavy is the? Sorry, Bear, to interrupt.
No, I'm done. I'm just saying it's very nice.
How in comparison? Yeah, the Hanhart are beautiful. I think. How heavy is the bluesy in comparison to the gold sub? Is it the gold's heavier, isn't it? Gold sub, full gold sub.
Much,
gold is heavier.
much.
The thing
heavier.
is,
the two-tone bluesy is slightly heavier than regular sub. Not much more. Not much more. You don't have the heaviness of the. You don't have the heaviness.
Is that the pre-ceramic?
Watch.
No, mine is a ceramic. It's a ceramic. It's a
40
ceramic.
or 41?
Mine is a 40.
Oh,
So
the 40.
The 40 has the gold writing. The 41 has the white writing.
I prefer gold writing.
Did you ever see when they first came out? When they first come out, I looked at one down at Langford's at Pack Fair, and it had like a purpley colour to the dial.
Actually, they originally came out as a flat blue, like a Smurf. They were called the Smurf, but no one remembers this. We got another. Hey, Sov, how are you?
I think my soft voice is actually much better because my voice is actually very, very low. And whilst the other one looked like me, it didn't actually sound like me.
No, not so much. I'm sorry.
Well, it's better than the previous one. The other one sounded like
but previous one's got a look.
Pub landlord from me, so we need both of us on Arch, I think.
Yeah, the previous one has got a look.
I got to tell you, Bear, I think nobody remembers. Remember the flat blue on the bluesy when it first came out as a ceramic?
I tried it on down there, and they said that I probably needed an extra link, but they wanted 17 for it. That was back in 2006, 2013, 14, I think. 15.
It's a lot of money. That was a lot of money. It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, well, a lot in tax. A lot in tax.
Well, no, tax is only 10%. No, it's only 10%. GST is only 10%.
Well, I asked how much, and he said 17. 17 Aussie out the door.
In Australia is only 10%. We're actually, yeah. But look, the thing is, TW, do you think you would get a nice watch for yourself? What are you planning? Tell me this. We got a newbie here, Bear. He doesn't have a good luxury watch. What are you planning?
I'm not a newbie. I'm not a newbie. I've just only decided to come on because I've been just watching. But if I had the money again now, if I had the money, probably what I'd go for. I really like the I like that Hanhart. I also like what Tudor did with that. Did you see that Tudor? I think it was a reverse panda or panda doll, the chrono, the black bone. Was it a heritage?
Yes. Yeah. Time to unwind. £4.50. Mike, has a nurse ever lost her wedding ring whilst inspecting your tradesman's entrance?
No.
As a second choice, I would go with the original piece I had that I bought back in the noughties. I bought Hardy Brothers in Brisbane in the mall when they were in the mall.
What did you buy from Hardy Brothers in the mall?
36 mil date, just two-tone Jubilee, fluted bezel. It had the batten.
You were flying big. You were flying big. They were expensive. They were not cheap.
Cost me $5 back then. Arch $5 Aussie.
That was in the 80s.
No, 90, 91, 92. I paid $5 cash.
What were you doing? You were working in hotels then, weren't you?
No, I just got no, I had some cash, and we were up there, the wifey and I were walking through the mall, and they had it in the window, and I'd seen so many knockoffs, you know, because traveling through the Philippines and Asia, Singapore, Hong Kong, and that, you see so many of the when they were doing all the knockoff Datejust, right? And I said to her, I said, look at that. That's the real deal. That's the real deal. And it was the transitional model when they transitioned from the Plexi to the box sapphire. Geez, that was a nice watch. If I had the money, I'd get that back again tomorrow. Even if 36 mil, I don't care.
How long did you keep? Let me ask you this: you had a 36 mil Datejust. How long did you have it for? Tell me that.
Probably a couple of years, and then the first son come along, so we needed cash, and I had to sell it. And I took a bath on it.
Who did you sell it to? Who did you sell it to?
Oh, I can't say. He's gone now. He's gone. He's gone.
He's gone.
He was the mayor of Main Beach. Remember the mayor of Main Beach? The mayor of Main Beach.
So how did you know he wanted to buy it? But why did he want to buy it? I don't understand this.
From memory, I think I just put an ad in the paper.
And how much did you get for it?
I can't say because you'd kick my butt if I told you what I got for it. It was you'd say
no. How much did you get for it? That was a long time ago. But how long did you? I'm just asking.
Yeah. How much? Three. I got three.
Three. Okay. Three. Fair enough. So you sold it for $3. Did you get many phone calls?
No. And he said they're only worth $3, and I was very. What's the word?
So it was a sapphire one or
really
non sapphire?
I didn't really sapphire. The box sapphire. It was the transition when they transitioned from the Plexi to the box sapphire.
Yeah, no. That's not the transition. The transition one was when they had a quick set which was plastic. So they would have been 1601. That would have been in the 70s as a two-tone.
No, it was quick set.
No, but you're missing the point. What I'm trying to... Oh, he's fallen off. I think what would have happened is it would have gone from being a 1601 would be in the 70s non-quick set. It then became plastic glass as a 16013 for the two-tone. Then in I was just saying, TW, it would have been... That reference number would have been 1601 as a two-tone. It would have gone to a 16013 late 70s.
Archie,
sorry, I dropped out there, mate. I dropped out.
Archie,
Yes,
bring 16233 as Prasad.
Okay.
16233.
16.
233.
Okay, so that's what
that's it.
Transition one.
The
transition one. Just hang on. You're missing the point. It's not a transition one. 16233 is not a transition. 16233 was when they went sapphire. The transition one was when it was quick set, but plastic glass. That was a 16013.
Mm-hmm.
So yours is technically not a transition. It's not a transition.
By the way, TW, Saad says there is nothing to be ashamed because at that time DJs were no more than 3K. You did not undersell. You sold fine. General Saad is the encyclopedia when it comes to Rolex watches.
Let me ask you, TW, did it make you happy when you bought it?
I bought it at retail. Oh,
that's
I was
okay.
chuffed. I was chuffed, Arch.
When you sold it,
I was chuffed. I was suicidal practically. I was so remorseful because I used to wear it. I used to wear it on the jet ski. I used to wear it in the surf.
Why did you sell it?
He needed the money. He needed the money.
Oh yeah, my wife was pregnant. My wife was, heavily pregnant, and
Right.
I was copping flack from my family. What are you doing walking around with a, but I just wished, because I remember it came in the old box. You know, remember the big wooden boxes they used to put them in, Arch? The big wood with
that wouldn't have been a big wooden box. No, I can tell you exactly what it would come in. It wasn't that big. It was actually, you can see it on the screen here. That was the standard box. It was a standard sort of box there, 16233 box. They're
yeah, with the horse on it. The horse. They had the polo horse on the box on the.
It would have been like this.
Yeah,
that's the sort of box.
That
would have been like this. It's not really big. That was the standard.
I can't take that anymore. TW, I love you. You're welcome in the dungeon. I can't take this anymore. I'm not on the main channel, for fuck's sake. I wish guns were illegal here, otherwise I would have blown my fucking brains out. For fuck's sake. TW, there's a reason why I don't come on. I don't want to derail the main dungeon. I love you, seriously, I do. I'm depressed now. I can't take this anymore.
What's wrong now? What's wrong now? What's wrong now?
Come in the dungeon.
I'm depressed now.
It's quite interesting. It's quite interesting to see.
Arch, don't throw us under the fucking bus.
Yeah.
Right, I'm doing you a favour here.
Isn't it good to be retrospective and look back and... Sorry? Yes, no?
Jump on the dungeon later. Sorry, guys, I just had to say it.
No.
So I know Beck is about to explode. Bear's saying, fuck, I got rid of Mike. I can't be a channel, can't get rid of TW. Someone has to do it for me.
I'm really trying to be a nice guy.
Come to the dungeon. You're welcome there. All right, I'm off.
Thanks, Mark.
Yeah, I got to tell you, Bear, sometimes in life, Bear, you can run into troubles where you have to sell things. I mean, that's just how it goes.
I know. I've been there.
What do they go for now, Arch? What would that be? What would that year go for now? What would you be looking at?
I'd say a decent 16. Now it depends if it was plastic or sapphire, but I'd say about the 10 mark for a really nice example. What do you think, Bear? Canadian?
Jesus, 10. Wow.
7, 8 Canadian. 7 Canadian.
Yeah. Okay. 7 or 8. 7 or 8. But we've had massive inflation. Don't forget this. When you sold that watch, a house, you could have bought a nice house for 150,000. Now that house is almost $1 million. So you've got to use that inflationary things there. It's when you bought the watch, how did you make the money? What sort of jobs? You said, I think you mentioned you worked in hotels. You worked in hotels, and when you had this Rolex, when the white, were you still working? What were you doing for work? Tell me what was happening.
No, we just got back. I just got back from the Phillies, mate, and I had a bit of cash left over, and I thought, I'm sitting in the bank, but it just, when I walked past it, I looked and I went, wow.
Sure.
It just,
but tell me, tell me this. It's you've had a fairly long life there. You've done many things. What do you do these days? Tell me, what do you do these days?
I just try and look after myself, Arch, health-wise. I've got some health issues, so.
Oh, that's no good,
I'm just
man.
trying to look after myself, in all areas. We were talking the other night about, like what's happened to you. I don't know how you coped, mate, really. I think you coped really well. I mean,
I've got no other choice.
It's such a traumatic thing. It's such a traumatic thing to happen. I wouldn't know what I'd do. I'd go out.
But I mean, you can't become an alcoholic. You can't become an alcoholic because I've had a bit of tragedy. You've got to say, okay, well, that's gone on, and we've got to move forward. What do you think, Bear?
Bear's gone. I think he's
Bear. No, Bear's there. Bear's there. He's okay.
I'm here. Yeah. What do I say about coming over and getting over the tragedy, well, what else is there to do?
What else can
Give
you do?
up?
I mean, you could
can't
give up. You don't want to give up.
You gotta pull your pants back up and fucking move on.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I said. I said that you have done well to come through it. And not...
what other choices do I have?
Guys, the chat, please, super chat and tell us, what do you think about this live stream tonight? Are we doing a great job? Do you feel the energy? Are we entertaining you? Let us know with super chats, please.
We got a real Rolex owner. This is a real Rolex owner. He bought one in the 90s.
Archie, believe
No, I've had others, Rolex.
I
had a no date sub too, Arch. I had no date sub 2014. No date sub, the ceramic 40 mil on the oyster steel. You know, the oyster with
that's
the
a nice watch.
big clasp, with the big clasp, you know. Yeah, but I didn't. When I put it on, it was from South Africa. I bought it second hand. Came with box papers and everything, but
only super chats can tell us how we're doing, guys. Let's see those super chats and tell Archie exactly how you feel about this live stream. He'd like to know.
Exactly. So what happened?
But I used to like what you
Submariner?
used to say. I used to like what you used to say, Arch. Remember about the vids, the buyer's remorse and the seller's remorse.
Yes. But tell me this, what happened to the sub? Tell me what happened to the sub. What year did you buy the sub? Tell me this. What year did you buy the sub?
Oh. What are we, 223? So I bought that 2019, I think, 2020.
You're doing well then.
Not really. I just got a bit of cash and I wanted to sink it. Yeah, that's it. That's the one. That's the one. And another one I let go.
How much did you sell it for? Tell me, how much did you sell it for?
I took it back, and it was from Ronnie. And
Ronnie.
but they wouldn't give me the tax back. Yeah, they wouldn't. They didn't give me the tax back.
So
just lost the tax. So
that's okay.
I came out of it with about 12. I paid 14. I come out with a bit about 12.
At least you got your money back.
How long did you have it for?
Well, it's a weird story, and it's something that another one I should have hung on to, because when I got it, that's it. Yes.
So what happened in the end to that watch? You sold it, and what did you use the money for?
Emotional damage.
That's it. Yeah. Emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
Coke and hookers.
You know how sometimes, Archie, you buy these things, Archie, and you look at them and you think, I'm going to keep this this is going to be something I said to my son, I said, this is yours. This is going to go on your wrist when I'm gone. This is the one and done. This is the one and done, because I was so intrigued with the original. You said Sean Connery, the Bond. You know, the Bond in the casino where he had the no date with the NATO that didn't fit properly.
Beautiful.
So, yeah, I was offered a two-tone Sea Dweller, I think it was. And they also had a James Cameron there. And Ronnie said to me,
that would have been more money. There'd be more money, wouldn't it?
Yeah, they wanted about 22, I think, for that. And Ronnie said there's the provenance of that one, he said, was an ex-Navy higher up, like an admiral or something, had it and sold it to him. And I was nearly, but I put it on and it was just, you know, they're very thick.
So why did you sell the sub? Why did you sell the sub? Why did you sell it? Did you really need the money?
No, I didn't need to sell it. I just sold it because I got Guilty art. I got the buyer's remorse. The buyer's remorse.
When are you buying another Rolex? Tell me this.
I don't know. I don't know what to do.
Would it make you happy? Would it make you positive?
No. No. Oh, maybe. I don't know. But, you know, I mean, I've got about 30, a couple of boxes of Seikos and shitters and vintage and that. But,
yeah, but it's not a Rolex. But you want to have a Rolex.
No, I know
life,
that. I know that. I know that. It's
not the same. Nothing else is the same. Everything's a compromise.
Nothing's the same. That's exactly.
What do you think, Bear? Bear, is it a compromise, Bear?
So the McChicken is 400 calories. If I order another small fries,
are you seriously counting calories?
what? I don't want to feel like shit.
Lady, everything here is designed to make you feel like death. Up for 10 minutes, then dead.
Bear, thank you, Bear.
What did you feel like when you sold the gold sub, Arch? Why did you sell the gold sub?
Well, I bought a world time. I felt great.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I remember. Yeah. You bought the
that was okay. I didn't look. You have a journey with these things, and you can't keep everything. And I got to tell you the truth. I'm not an
experienced buyer, Archie. I'm not an experienced buyer, and I'm a bit of a novice. And I've been stupid because I've had money to buy. You know, I wanted to get a president. I had my heart set on a president, and then. Because they were also at Steels. It was Steel. Everyone's Steel Sports. You got to go Steel Sports.
So you're ready to buy a watch. You're ready to buy a watch. Are you
not now, Bear. No.
Actually, Bear, let's go shopping for him. I think he said enough.
Okay.
Let's go shopping.
When people tell me they're ready to buy a watch, the first question I have: what's the budget? If they tell me the budget is less, in your situation, if your budget is less than 10K, you don't buy a watch. Because I can tell you, only Rolex.
The budget's about 7. The budget's about 7, all right? 7 or 8 budget at the moment.
Only Rolex will make you happy. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I know, man.
That's not gonna do, man.
Yeah,
that's not gonna do.
I was on there the other day. This is Ronnie's.
Here we go. Here's a 36 mil, but this one's got diamonds. See, you could get. See, the non-diamond one is considerably cheaper. Look at this. This is a diamond dial one. That's 11.8. That's a 91.
I don't like the diamond in this.
Let's take a look here, Bear. Look at this. Holy shit, Bear. President 52. Yeah, that's what they cost. What about
Saad says you can get 1803 in that budget.
Got a Kermit. He's got a blue. Is that a bluesy? A the 16.8.
Yep, that's an old bluesy. It's an older bluesy. That's actually a transitional. That's an 80s, early 80s. Because it's that reference number was when they went to Sapphire. And they changed within about 2 years they changed it to a 16610. That was 16. The two-tone would be a 16613. Bear, I got to tell you, 15,000. Get a sub date. Look at that pre-ceramic sub date. What do you reckon, Bear?
So I like pre-ceramic subs. I'm okay with any Rolex. That's in good.
He could get a look at this. He can get a.
There's a two-tone yachty there too. There's a two-tone yacht master there too.
Okie dokie.
Back up to the right.
Shit, Bear. Look at these vintage 5513 30.
Oh yeah, they're the bomb.
Look at
they're
that.
The
That's
big
fucking
bucks.
amazing. Look at this. Look at that, Bear.
They're the bomb. They've actually dropped in price a bit. 33. They were pulling bigger money than that last year. That's what that is 70s. What year's that?
Yeah, beautiful watch that. Look, Oh, they did those up until the 90s. Their no date was a 5513. They did those up until 90. They were one of the last to change. Let's go and have a look at Luxuria, Bear. Let's see if we can get him into something, Bear, because I think his luck could change with the right watch. What do you believe that, Bear?
Luck changing because of the right watch?
Yes.
No, I don't believe that.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Some people do. Some people don't, Bear. Some people do. Some people don't. Let's have a look here. Look at this. 36 mil, 15.8. Nice, super, super sharp. Okay, let's have it. He wants a bit cheaper. He wants cheaper.
Yeah, I like Luxuria. I like looking on Luxuria's page. That's good.
Here's a nice one and done. Oh, it's a 41 mil, 23. That's probably a little bit more than you wanted to spend. Bear, let's have a look here. Bear.
I like everything. I like everything here.
What about the Tudor? The Tudor.
Look at this, 40
mil.
mil. Explorer 2, 12,350 black dial. Look at that there in the corner. Look at that.
Beautiful watch. Beautiful watch.
That's not bad buying.
Beautiful watch.
Bring it up, Arch. Bring it up. Pull it up.
Oh, here's one for 10. Bear, look at this. 10,650. Explorer 2.
Probably he'll probably give it to you for 95.
It's beautiful. Would you go with that?
No, I don't like white dial. I don't like the white dial.
Okay, you don't like white dial. Unfortunately, on
you're
your budget,
fucking awfully picky, man.
You're very picky.
Yeah.
If you've got no money, you can't be this fucking picky, okay?
Yeah, tell him, Archie. Fuck off, man. You can't.
I mean,
what the fuck?
I mean, here's one 12,350. Here's a 12,350.
Is that a lacquered? That's a 2004. Is that a lacquered dial? The black lacquered dial?
No, it's just a black dial. It's just a black dial. This is an Explorer 2. It's a great piece.
Yeah, but they lacquer their dials, don't they? Don't they lacquer their dials?
Super chat from
the dials.
Not really. No. Here we go.
Super
ABC,
chat.
£2. I might buy 116610 LN, then sell the 116610 when it's up. Ooh. He's going to get a ceramic sub date. I got to be honest with you. It depends. I thought you were a vintage aficionado. Bear, why are they changing ship, Bear?
I think we need to determine here what can we afford, not what we really want.
That's right.
What can we afford? And what is the best? So I'm going to ask again, what's the budget? 7,000 Australian?
Yeah, around that.
Archie, Pontiff, 7,000 Australian. Give him the best possible watch. Get out of Rolex. You're not going to get a decent Rolex for that money.
Can we go to Tudor?
Not now.
Tudor.
Why can't you go to Tudor? $4,000.
Yeah.
$4,000 for a black. Look at this. There we go, Bear.
I got a black bay. I had a black bay. I see that. No, I had one. Archie. I got the Black Bay Heritage, the S&G.
You know what?
I went boutique. I went for the boutique experience on that and I paid $7. And then I sold it for
now.
He likes Panda.
You sold it for how much? Hello?
I took another bath on that.
Why did you sell it? Why did you sell it?
Because I got the shits with the boutique and the manager, and he was. I sent it back to Rolex. It was making this, and all it was, I got one of the head in COVID, and it was. I think it was just the gears. It was when I was winding it was making this really like click 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 click, and I thought there's something wrong with this. Something wrong with the movement. I took it. He said, "Oh no, they all sound like that," and I said, "Come off it." So I took it down to Langford's, and the young guy there at Langford's, he brought out the exact same watch.
Pontiff, what about the HELOC?
HELOC. Have you got any equity in your home there?
Sorry?
Have you got equity in the home you could pull out?
Archie, don't you remember what I told you last night or the night before?
Yeah, he
Don't you
doesn't have a
remember?
home, Bear. He's renting. Okay.
I've been stiffed, Arch. I got stiffed. I got stiffed over.
Ouch! 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 Ouch!
I got stiffed over.
So what are you
This
going to
is-
do? You can't just do nothing.
Longines Hydro Conquest.
Look at this, $5,000.
Yeah,
Bear.
they're not a bad piece.
Longines.
What about the
Hydro
Seikos, Arch?
Conquest.
What about the Seikos? The Seikos, Arch. Let's look at Seikos.
No, we're not that desperate. We're not that desperate yet.
I
We're
like
not
my
that
Seikos.
desperate yet.
Yeah.
No, please.
This one here, Bear, $2,800. What do you think?
Did you read ABC Super Chat, by the way?
ABC Super Chat. Yes, we did. We were talking about he wants to get rid of his pre-ceramic for a ceramic Submariner. I'm disappointed, ABC.
Why are you disappointed? Smart move. What do you mean you're disappointed? What the fuck are you talking about?
I thought he was.
You love the maxi dial. You love the ceramic. What the fuck are you disappointed in? The man is coming to the right side. He's coming to the right side. Hype baby side. Of course.
Alan, that's the Hulk.
I had a lot of respect. No, he's not a Hulk. It's a black. He wants to go for a ceramic. He wants to go ceramic. But I got to tell you something there. I got to tell you, I got to tell you, TW, it's been a tricky. Are you getting better now? Tell me this. Are things looking up for you? You're only 58. He's only 58, Bear. He's got a lot of living to do.
Well, probably another 10 years, maybe 5.
Yeah, 5 or 10. I'll be out of here.
10. 5
or 10. I'll be out of here.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
15 for me.
Yeah. I'm in the second. Archie, we're all in the last half. We're in the last
Archie,
half
what about
now, aren't
you?
we, Bear?
15, Archie, for you. 15, Archie. 15 for you.
25, Bear. 30.
Oh, no, the fucking chance. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding
Once you hit the 5 Arch, that's it. It's all over. Red Rover.
It's all
You're in the second half then.
Red Rover. So get a fucking Rolex, man. Rolex time.
Fool, Bear. I don't know what to say, Bear. That was a bit depressing, but let's get the vibe up there now, Bear. Let's get the vibe up there.
Super chat from ABC. Thank God somebody's super chatting tonight.
ABC here. ABC. Let's get this baby on the show. £2. Buy the ceramic whilst it's down, plus more legible. Yeah, okay. He's buying it because the ceramic. You know what? I got to tell you, Bear. Once I went ceramic, fuck.
25,
I wanted it back again.
25. What a fucking dreamer. I know.
Sorry,
you talking to me?
Sorry, I was just going to say to you, Bear, how can you possibly not love the pre-ceramic? See, he was always, remember he had the GMT.
I love pre-ceramic. I love every Rolex. I love Rolex.
But as soon as you go for the ceramic, Bear, it's that bracelet improvement. There's so many little.
Do you think if you eat more ice cream, you will expand your life by another 5 years?
You know who died today, Arch?
Who's that?
You know who kicked the bucket?
Who's that?
Our old mate George, Big George.
Who's Big George?
Big George.
George Hell.
Oh, you're joking! Holy
81.
shit!
81.
My prayers have come true.
Oh yeah, for me too as well.
Wow.
He was a bit of an asshole, George.
You think they're going to say that about us, Archie, when we're gone? They were a little bit of an assholes. What do you think, Arch? Will they say that about us?
He was more than an arsehole. He was more than an arsehole.
Will they say that about us, Archie? What do you think? What's our legacy? What's your legacy?
There's a rule for there's laws for the rich and there's laws for the poor.
I see. Actually, I don't understand.
No, I don't.
And now he'll have to meet his maker. Now he'll have to meet his maker, and he'll have to. They'll decide. They'll
It's all
decide his
gone
fate.
pear shape. It's Pactus. It's all gone pear shape. Is your shower legacy? Monster says your shower is the legacy.
The shower is the legacy. It's
It's fucking.
Do you have night? I have nightmares, Art. Sometimes I had a nightmare the other night when I saw that the shower set. I had a nightmare. I woke up. I thought you were in my shower.
No problems at all. I gotta tell you, Bear. You know what?
That's not
I
really
had
a
a
nightmare.
nightmare. I had a nightmare last night. I was dreaming I'm rich like CB. I was so fucking stressed. When I woke up, I said, "Oh fuck! Thank God I'm not rich like CB." It was a true nightmare. I was wealthy. I was so rich. I was cool. But it was very stressful, Arch. Very stressful being rich like CB.
It can be, Bear. It's a lot of pressure.
I know.
Well, what's rich? What's rich? What's rich, Bear? What's rich? Are we talking finance? Rich? Well, your health's your wealth, isn't it? Your health, it really is your wealth.
I tell you one thing, from the super chats today, Bear, I certainly won't be rich, Bear. I can certainly.
Well, the rich is definitely someone who can eat premium ice cream. Premium ice cream.
Yeah, premium ice cream. Bear, I got to tell you something. I think, I think TW takes a bit of a negative slant. He kind of.
I like TW.
Oh, sorry.
I actually.
I'm sorry, Arch. I'm sorry, Arch. Am I bringing the show down?
I want you to be happy.
Bringing the show down?
I want you to be happy.
I am happy, mate. I'm happy I'm alive,
happy?
mate. I'm happy I'm alive. Yeah, I'm happy I'm alive.
Yeah.
Mate, I'm so happy I'm still above the dirt. But, we get, like you said, we go through these ups and downs and roller coaster. It's a roller coaster. It's life's a journey. It's not a destination. And you have your diamonds and your stones, and some days are not too bad today, but
no. Tell me this: what Rolex is
Archie? Is bucket of Kentucky Fried Chicken happiness?
No, honestly, no, that doesn't make me happy. Actually,
what about beef and reef?
Beef and reef. You know what I'm going to do for happiness today, Bear?
Tell me, Archie.
I'm going to do some paid reviews after the show finishes today.
That's very nice.
And by the way, we've still got to do 2 paid reviews. We've got James's collection.
Very nice.
And I've also got to do a collection review for Mr. GMT.
That we're doing live.
Do that.
We're doing that live.
Yep, we're doing that in 2 days. So today, in Australia, it's Wednesday.
We're doing it on
2
Friday,
days' time.
Australian Friday, US Thursday.
Yes.
Super sticker from Anton.
Ben?
He's in Canada.
Canada.
Oh,
he's Canadian.
Anton May, super sticker, $1. Thank you, Anton May. We appreciate any support tonight. We are very thankful.
We are extreme. Bear, it's
nasty. It's hard. It's very hard. I am concerned.
Yes.
You were saying, Archie?
What I was saying is
happiness.
It's all a relative thing there. I think for happiness itself, a nice watch, you got to get enjoyment out of some simple things, Bear.
And a weekend bangers. Would be good.
Tell me this, TW, do you travel much yourself? What are you doing for happiness?
Haven't for a while there, Arch. Haven't for a while. The last time Used to like getting on the big planes, the big 747s. Used to
Yeah,
like
they haven't
that.
ran them for a while to bangers. Mainly,
No,
you're running
it's all
triple seven,
Chinese.
787. Yeah, but I got to tell you,
Remember
you
taking
had
off
some.
from.
What jobs
Remember
did you
taking off
do,
from the old.
TW? What jobs did you do? How did you make your fortune to afford these Rolexes? You've had some good work. What did you do for work?
Oh, everything, mate. A bit of this and a bit of that. Bit of this and a bit of that.
Like what?
Bit of building, bit of building, bit of showbiz, bit of hospitality.
You did showbiz? What did you do in showbiz?
I'm a muso, mate. I play the drums.
What do you play? Oh, you're a drummer. Hey, Bear, we got an
drums.
angelic Bear. We got an angelic Bear.
Yeah, I know Angelic. Angelic's a great, good guy. I love Angelic.
He's a fantastic guy.
Angelic and I would get on all the old rock and roll stories, the old rock bands from the 70s, 80s.
So you're living in Brisbane now or the Gold Coast? Where do you live now?
No, I'm down the Goldie, mate. I'm on the Goldie.
Okay. How do you find the rent down there? It's expensive. Everything's dear at the Goldie.
Yeah, it is.
What do you pay for an apartment there?
Nasty,
400 a week, aren't you? 400 a week?
I think the Goldie's become a bit nasty, mate. People are on the Goldie are a bit nasty and vicious nowadays. I don't know what's happening.
No, you're right. It is. It is. It is. It is getting very. That is true there.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, I'd like to.
Years ago.
What watch are you looking at buying next there, TW? What do you? Well, you don't want to. It's a tough thing.
I'm not gonna buy anything. Look, yeah, no, like I said, I was trying to help out my oldest boy because he had a bit of a spat there, and I got him a good Seiko, a really nice Seiko, and
yes,
he lost his cool. And he had a bit of a dummy spit with me, and he took a hammer to it. And I said, "What are you doing that for? It's just an innate object, you know. What are you doing taking a hammer to something?" I said, "It was just a shitter thing, but beautiful little thing on a NATO strap because he got a car, and I thought I'd buy him that for his car. But you know, what these boys are like, Archie. They have their spits and spats, and you've just got to roll with it when you're a father."
Very tough there. Bear, tell me, let's get some positivity, Bear.
Yeah, there we go.
I need more cowbell.
Yeah, the cowbell.
Yeah, baby! Yeah! Let free! Let free! Baby!
Poway! Poway! Poway!
Yeah!
Poway! Poway! Poway!
Oh, fun.
You play. What do you play, Arch? What do you play, Arch? You play the clarinet, don't you?
Oh, I play the clarinet. Yeah, that's exactly. I haven't played for a long time, but hey, it's bits and pieces.
That was a good solo. Eh? That was a good solo.
Yeah, that was a fantastic solo. Bear, tell me this. I want to ask you something, Bear.
Yes, please.
We were talking about your collection, three piece. Have you thought any more about it? Like, how many watches do you have at the moment? Let me ask you this: how would you liquidate the fakers? What would you do?
Oh, okay. That's actually a good question. Okay. To be very honest with you, liquidation. Yeah. I would not fuck around with the end dealer. I would not fuck around with the end dealer. I would work with my trusted gray market dealer.
Yep.
And I would discuss with him: are we going to do all at once? Are we going to do in different segments? Are we going to do some
Not all at
directly
once.
sale?
Not all at once.
Yeah, not all at once,
Just
right?
bits and pieces. Bits and pieces.
Yeah, I mean, yes. Did I think
Bits
about
and
it, Archie?
pieces.
Very much. The only thing I know, I would not be doing end dealer and the end user. I don't want to deal with people. I don't want to deal with people.
No, that's okay.
What's the story
What
with this?
margin-
The Rolex, the buyback thing with what are Rolex doing at the moment? What's the go with this? What I heard, the ADs, they're buying back the.
Oh,
old
please
stock
don't
or
start
something?
that topic again. That I'm so tired of it. They're gonna be selling used pieces which are gonna be certified by Rolex. Oh, there we go. There we go. We're gonna see
Do you
some
want a little?
drumming.
Do you want a little? Do you want a little bit of a demo?
Sure.
Yeah.
Mark, I need some practice. I need practice.
I tell you,
I
Mike
need
is
to-
looking
I need
at
to
you
start
and he's
practicing.
thinking I can do better. Can you do better, Mikey? Can you do better?
I
Be
need to get a
honest,
practice
Mikey.
pad.
I bet you Mikey was thinking exactly that. Can I do better? Mikey, admit it. Admit it, Mikey. I can see in your eyes.
Are you a drummer, Mike?
Yeah, of
Are you a
course he
drummer?
is.
Mike plays a lot of things. I
Mikey,
think Mike's
wake
on.
up, Mikey.
He's okay. He's on another call. That's okay. He's on another call. But look, I got to tell you, Bear. Seriously.
No, I'm sorry. I was just muted. Sorry.
No, that's okay.
Mikey, admit that while he was playing, you were thinking, I can do better. Be honest.
No, that was pro level, man. I could never top that. That was epic.
You think so? Which one? Mine or when I was playing the drums or when TW was playing drums?
No, just this last drum solo that was just played.
What do you think about my playing?
I actually stepped out for a moment and didn't hear yours.
Oh, fuck, Mikey.
I'm sorry, Bear.
Can you do a paradiddle, Mike? Can you do a paradiddle?
Do it, Mikey. Do it, Mikey.
A what?
A paradiddle. A paradiddle.
No.
Well, I'll show you the
Mikey, I'm so
paradiddle.
disappointed.
I'll do the paradiddle. Ready?
This, ladies and gentlemen, is the master troll. Ladies and gentlemen, TW, also known as Hype Freak, also known as Plastic, without his mark. Congratulations, Plastic.
There you go.
Do you see that? Do you see that? Can you do a guitar, Mark? Can you do guitar?
Plastic, put your mask back on.
No, I can play bass, guitar, but I don't have a bass. So, no, I can't play guitar. And I can't play regular guitar.
I was asking Nark. Nark is a rock guitar player.
I'm sorry. I thought you were talking to me. Excuse me. I'm out.
That's Johnny Winter.
No,
That's
you're
Johnny
not
Winter.
out. For you, I want you to
That's
play
Johnny
drums,
Winter.
Mikey. That's right. That's right. That's Nark's favorite rock figure.
Johnny Winter. Do you know him, Bear?
Oh, yeah,
Actually, I don't.
Johnny Winters.
Is that the guy?
Johnny Winters.
Is that the guy that was running a dungeon?
No. Mike, can you explain who Johnny Winter is?
Johnny Winters, super toe-headed, white-haired, ultimate rocker.
Yeah, he's albino.
From
albino, but he's
the 60s. 60s
master
and 70s.
of the Telecaster.
Yeah.
Master of the Telecaster.
Johnny Winters just
Actually, Bear, I just noticed he does look
total
like a
legend.
He does
Total
look
legend.
He looks like a guy that was running the dungeon at one time. You know, when it was boring.
Yeah, this guy looks like a younger version of that guy.
Yeah, when it was boring.
Sorry, Archie, I know you're going to get a phone call from
Arch, are you all right there, Arch? Arch, wake up. Arch, you all right?
Yeah,
You all
no,
right?
no. We got Sir E. Danny here. Sir E. Danny, hello.
How's it going, mate?
Hey, not too bad. What's going on with
I
you?
don't want Sir Danny. Drop the fucker. I want marshmallow, okay? I want marshmallow. Marshmallow. I want marshmallow.
Yeah, you want the marshmallow? You come back.
Thank you, Marshmallow. Marshmallow, can you play drums?
I can play drums with my mouth if you want me to.
Yeah.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yeah. Yeah.
Good.
Wow. That's
JL,
Pretty fucking good.
$3. Whoever's making those hideous sounds, please stop. That's from JL. Thank you, JL. Ah, Bear.
What I say, Mikey, can I fucking drum or what? Here we go.
There you go. Now we're rocking.
Cowbell.
That was for you, Mikey, and my performance once again.
Bear, is that really you playing?
Yeah.
That's fucking good, that, mate.
Oh fuck! Let me get some breath. Let me get some breath.
Mikey, come on, you need to do an instrument now, mate. Come on, Mikey, what instrument are you going to pull out?
I can play the harp.
Come on, lad.
Get a harp, Mikey. Get a harp.
Get it out. Get your harp
Get
out.
a harp, Mikey. Get a harp.
Let me see if I got the right key. Hold on. Yeah, here we go.
What a lad.
Yeah. Go, Snake, go.
Shout out to Mike and all the ladies he loved.
Mikey, what was that? I want to do drums with you. What the fuck was that?
That was just freestyle. I actually need some practice to like put
Okay,
some
so
stuff.
what are we gonna play? What are we gonna play?
What about
I can't.
Bear, what about this one?
What is that? What is that, Mikey? What is that?
Alabama.
Mikey,
Yankee
what
Doodle.
is
With a banjo on my knee.
Oh,
With a banjo.
Yankee Doodle.
With a banjo on my knee.
On my knee. Or how about this?
Okay, let's start Yankee Doodle from beginning, Mikey. Can we do that?
All right.
What about a bit of Folsom Prison? Folsom Prison, Michael. Folsom Prison.
Well, no, I'm ready for you to do.
That's where I need some practice. That's where I need a little practice because I actually can play blues, but it's not like riding a bike.
Mikey.
What a Mikey, lad.
That was pretty decent. Huh? Archie, what do you think?
Hey,
Archie,
that
what
was
do you think?
amazing. That was amazing. How you
think
can't
so.
get
A lot
better
of
than
practice.
that.
I can actually play much better than this. I just need some practice.
Bravo, Mike. Bravo. 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 Bravo.
So what about this one? You heard it?
Fantastic. People are impressed.
Some little bit of note bending there.
Note bending, not bad
Go
at
on,
all.
Mikey,
No
lad.
bending.
You know.
No
I mean,
bending.
honestly, the hardest thing to do is to actually play a single note on a harmonica. Everybody blows on a harmonica and they blow blow holes like, but to blow a single note,
Is hard.
practice scales and stuff like that. It's really hard
What's
to
that
play a
one,
single
Mike?
note.
Is that the big? How many inches that one, mate? Is that the Lily or the big one you got there?
No,
What brand's that?
It's a M Honer.
A Honer,
Mikey.
Honer.
I see all the girls you were banging, Mikey, gathering around right now.
No, with some practice, I can actually blues it up a little bit, but
fucking hell, you've got the giants wet as have you practiced in that.
I heard a bit of blues there. I heard a few blues notes coming through there, Mike.
a little bit. But I mean, it's not blues at least on the harp. It's not like riding a bike. Like when I play the piano, I just grew up with my fingers falling on the blues keys, and so my hands just automatically fall on those keys. But the harp is totally different, man, and it's not like riding a bike. And I really need to listen to some blues, listen to some Charlie Musselwhite, and try to play some back, and then I can actually start making some sounds that sound pretty fucking good. I can kind of freestyle here and make some noise, with my harps, but that doesn't sound very good. That was just, okay, didn't sound like zero shitty, but it was.
That's good.
Mikey,
some blues notes coming through there.
Mikey,
bending the notes and stuff was definitely blues. But
Mikey, can you play this one? Are you listening, Mikey? Can you play this one? Do you know it? Go on, Mikey, lad.
Okay. So nobody can say I can't play the harp.
I thought it's an harmonica, Mikey.
What?
I thought
that's what it's called. A harp. It's a harp. It's called the harmonica.
It's called a blues harp. It's a harmonica. It's a harmonica.
Harmonica, yeah, exactly.
But when you play the blues, it's called the blues harp. When
Oh,
you
he's talking
play
about them,
classical, when you play classical violin, it's called a
Yeah.
violin. When you play folk music or bluegrass, it's called a fiddle. Okay,
A fiddle, that's all right.
right? It's not called a violin. You don't grab your bluegrass violin. You grab your bluegrass fiddle. Okay,
Mikey, do you ever have a fiddle?
I did. I did. I took many years of bluegrass and folk fiddle playing when I was younger.
So would you say you're a good fiddleist?
Yeah, I can definitely fiddle it.
Are you good at fiddling?
No, not anymore.
Mikey,
It's been so many years. I can actually, just like I can on the harmonica, I can play notes, but I don't remember any of the songs, and it would take me a long time to get back to where I could play with anybody.
Mikey, I think you should do a rap.
Mr.
Well,
Fiddle,
play
Mr.
drums.
Fiddle. I heard fiddling.
Mikey's been.
What we need to do is get a lineup of all of these special effects sounds, and then I'll play a song to it with all these sounds in the background.
Mikey, tell us about how you fiddled the guy.
I never
Tell the
fiddled a
truth.
guy. I never fiddled a guy. Sorry, man.
You sure about that, Mikey?
Yeah. I know. I know for pretty sure that if I'd fiddled a guy, I would know. What about you, Bear?
No, definitely not. Definitely
Yeah.
not.
Okay. So there you go. You know, I'm about as solid in my answer as you are.
Yeah.
Hey,
okay.
Bear,
Okay. We had some fun.
I wanted to ask you.
What the fuck? I'm losing control.
I wanted to talk to you, Bear. I wanted to talk to you a bit about your collection there, Bear.
Okay,
And
Archie, let's do that.
if-
Let's have some watch talk.
If you wanted to get rid of your pieces, right?
Yes.
We're talking about 50 watches you've got.
No, not 50
40?
watches. About 20-something watches.
Okay. You keep your 3. The rest of them, what margin would you be happy? So you would give them on consignment. Is that correct?
It would have to be because, I mean, certain amount would probably be sold right away. They would be absorbed by various dealers, him and around, and then the certain amount would be on consignment, yes.
What margin would you be happy for them to make?
Depends. I mean, what do you mean, Archie, by margin? Every watch is uniquely different, right?
Would you be happy for them to make 10%?
More than retail?
No, but no. What I mean is, would you be happy for the dealer who sells this stuff for you? How much should they?
Oh, I see what you mean. I understand now what you're saying.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
No. 10%, no, that's too much for the dealer. Way too much. My dealer would do this for 5%.
5%? That's all he wants?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. My dealer would be happy
got
with 5%. But he's
You
a
got
friend.
you got a good dealer there.
Well, even
5%.
non-friends do it for 8%.
Tell me this. How serious are you about possibly culling the entire collection and moving on?
Well, I'm serious enough that we put a certain amount of thought behind it, and we talked about it, and we obviously I am not ready to pull the trigger. By the way, holy shit! What 200? What are you telling me? 290 watches? No, I don't have a 290 watches. I have about 20-something watches, Rolex pieces, right? So, Archie, in all honesty, I'm
Would
not
that
sure.
also? Would you also get rid of your other collecting things? Like, say you got rid of a big chunk of your your watches, would you then start selling off like your books or your, you know, you got your loon landing memorabilia? Would you, how would you be ditching that as well?
There's not a lot of money in that, and that's a very hard to sell because that kind of stuff you have to sell yourself. So you either have to put it on eBay. Putting it on eBay requires packing, requires shipping. It's a whole process. And I think it would be too much work for very limited money. You're basically talking about my watch-related books, collectible books, and my watch-related collectibles, right?
Yeah.
Like my planes and my framed vintage art and so on. Yeah, there's definitely value in it. But in all honesty, Archie, all that combined, it doesn't add to one decent Tudor.
Okay.
Let's be honest. Where the money is, money is in watches.
In the watches.
Yeah. So I would not really lose focus and energy on that, even though it has the value. Don't kid yourself. Like that Breitling plane is probably $1,000.
Yeah.
That I showed you, or that IWC plane is probably about $500. Of course,
they're expensive to buy, but when you want to sell it, it's not so easy, you know?
Exactly, Archie. And this is one advantage on the watches, because watches as the item are relatively easy to sell if they're right watches and if it's the right price. Right?
100%. 100%.
So looking from that perspective, Pontiff, the watches are the game. So how would I do it? I would discuss it, obviously, with my friend, and we would make the plan, and we would determine where we're going and what we're doing. I do already have a plan what I would do with money. That's not the problem. It's never an issue with that.
No.
The issue is what's the best way to go about it, because it's also quite overwhelming for him, because it's a large amount of money. He cannot just pull out and pay that.
But you would give them to him on consignment, wouldn't you?
Yes, some on consignment and some.
So he wouldn't have to pay the money if it's on consignment.
No, some on consignment, and certain number, at least 10, immediate sale.
What makes you bring? You said that with my disaster, it's made you rethink your collecting bug and that there.
Well, no, it's a one of the things that contributes to the thought process. It is. Let me put it this way, Archie. Let me put it first that it would be very selfish for me to be one day gone and leave my bunny stuck with this, not knowing what to do. That would be a selfish thing to do. Yes. Second, I'm not really enjoying most of those watches. They are basically sitting just like investment would sit in a bank. They're sitting in a safe. So if there's no enjoyment, what's the point? Third, it's a very stressful feeling when you are starting to feel that hoarding got to the point that it's stressing you out. And then,
is it chaotic?
And then, it's chaotic.
Yeah, I gotta say, Bear, it's something that I suppose you've got to work out when is a good time to do that. Now, the watch market has gotten soft in the last year.
Right.
Like the timing, it's always hard to pick the timing.
You can never pick the bottom and top. That's impossible. Don't even try.
Yeah.
Just like stocks, just like anything else.
Yeah.
It is a matter of changing the path. I will never lose the money. I bought all my
Mm.
Rolex watches. Well, no, I'm lying. I bought just recently a couple of them on the gray market. But primarily, I would say 2 are from gray market and everything else is retail, right?
Yeah. 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 Fair point.
So I don't see it as a huge problem.
Okie dokie. Tell me this, Bear, with your collection itself there, would you consider having, like you already said, 3 watches? How about with the Patrick Philippe model, where he has a couple that he trades all the time and a couple that are permanent keepers? Would you do that?
I actually love that model, and I mean, he's the one that gave me that idea. You basically have a core, whatever core you choose to have. It's going to be 3 pieces or 5 pieces or whatever you feel. I love the mobility of that. Okay, mobility of that. That it's easy to move, to hide, to have, right? And then you can still buy and experience watches, and then sell and buy others, and so on. You just have to be knowledgeable, and I think I am at this point, knowledgeable enough to do that so you don't really fuck up.
Yeah, yeah. The other thing is, Bear, you know whose collection I really, as crazy as he is.
By the way, this live stream is such a shit that even Discount started talking. He's not doing just emojis. He's actually talking, Archie. He says there is no such a thing as a keeper. I don't know if I agree or disagree with Discount. I genuinely don't know. There is times I think that this is a keeper, but in reality, it is a watch. It is something that has a value, and if you need the money, which can happen to anyone, what's a keeper? What's the point of keeper? I mean, besides
do you have children, Bear?
Yes,
yes,
Bear
I
has.
have a
has
son.
yeah, he's got a son.
Would you not want?
Well, they're not
to
really into
hang
the
on to
watches,
them to
but
him?
they're not into the watches. Bear's son
He's
is not
actually
really.
he's opposite from hoarding. He's a minimalist in the real sense of the word, and he hates collecting. And I think in a big part, hi Vintonia, nice to see you, sir. In a big part, I think it contributed my overwhelming hoarding of so many fucking things when he was a kid, that I think it affected him in a certain way, where he built a certain level of resentment toward collecting.
He hates hoarding. Shit.
Yeah, that's my theory. I mean, he says no, of course not, Tata. But in reality, I mean, to be that extreme as a minimalist, oh, he was so funny, Archie. He got himself, he says, Dad, I have to tell you something. I have joined the dark side. I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about? I have to show you something. Don't be too upset. I'm like, okay. I'm fucking thinking worst possible thoughts that Dad could think. Guess what? He shows me on his wrist, new iPhone watch. I start laughing. I said, if that's the worst thing you can show me, I'm okay with that.
Yes. Yes. Very, very cool there. I love
Apple Watch. Yes.
Mm.
Bernard, how did you know? How did you know? Yes, he got an Apple Watch. And you know what? Actually, I was actually happy because at least there's a form of a watch that he's enjoying. And my thought process is he'll get used to it. And as he gets older, he will start craving having a real watch on that same wrist. Right? I don't see it as a negative thing. I see it as a path, as it possibly opening the door to the love for watches.
Yeah. I got to tell you something.
Yes.
You recently, you gave him a Air King, or was it an Air King or a Milk?
No, Explorer, a new Explorer 36 millimeter, which he decided that he doesn't want, and he wanted to ask me if it's okay to sell it. And I said, no, I will buy it back. I will give you money regular retail, whatever the retail was, and I will take that watch.
You've done that?
Yes.
Does he miss that watch since he's did that? Does he have seller's remorse?
Not at all. Not at all. Which indicates that he did the right thing, right?
No, you're putting words into my mouth, Bear. I didn't say I don't agree with that at all, okay? Your boy may have a sickness we need to treat, Bear.
Okay. Let's do it. I need I will
If someone gave me an Explorer, I wouldn't be giving it back.
By the way, he actually
but he sold it back. He didn't just back the truck up, TW.
He really likes
you have sold enough watches yourself there.
Archie,
yes.
He really likes you, and he respectfully always calls you Pontiff.
But the thing is, he didn't give it away to you. He said, "I want the money," because he was doing something else where he could use the money.
Actually, he asked if he can sell it. I said, "No, you can't." And that's when he said, "No problem. You're right. You can just take it back. I don't want it." And he said, "No, I will give you, because I allocated that for you. You can do with that money whatever you decided to do."
So did you give him the money?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Tell me this bit.
He wanted to buy more investments.
Well, that's okay. He's a young look. There's nothing wrong with that.
What did he do with the money, Bear?
And he put it into some investments. He wanted to put it into some investments.
That's his job, really. He's a financial advisor, and honestly, all he does with his money is variety on investments.
Stocks, shares.
Stocks, yeah.
Precious
stocks
metals.
And
precious metals, gold, silver.
All kind of shit like that. He's actually doing pretty well.
I think he's more. Yeah, I don't think he has the actual physical stuff. He's more.
All about cash.
Oh yeah.
But look, Bear, I got to tell you this. The whole thing is, with yourself, that it's actually a fair question you've raised there. What do you do with this shit? These are clearly watches that they're for you made the money. You made the money. No one gave you a gift, right? You didn't get any gift horses, right?
No, Archie, I never received any money from anyone. Everything in my life, I made myself. And to this day, I still help my brother. I help my mother and father. I send them money every month. I take care of my family. I help my son. All I do is give. Never fucking anyone handed me in my entire life.
I do make a donation
to you
every month there. I do make a donation to you every month, Bear, to help with your...
I know, you pay me. That's not donation.
Oh, okay, got you. The thing is, you're really free to do what you want with your collection. If it makes you happy, why do you think it...
I am absolutely free to do whatever I want. It's just a matter of me wanting to make a decision that I will not regret. Because, like you sell one watch and you say, I feel seller's remorse, and it's a bad feeling. You sell 20 watches and you feel seller's remorse, you multiply that bad feeling by 20. Yeah.
It's gut-wrenching. Yeah. Seller's remorse.
TW, I was hoping we'd have a happy part to your story there, but I got to be honest with you, you've made me a bit down.
Why?
No, don't be down, Archie. We're talking about stuff you enjoy talking.
You love
Rolex. Down. I brought out the drumsticks. I'm playing some drum tunes for you. What do you mean down?
I know, but it's kind of just sad. It's sad that you don't say, you know what? I sold this watch, then I got a sub, and I'm really happy with the sub, and everything's been great since.
Because I get bored with shit, Archie. I get bored with shit.
Archie, do you get bored with watches?
I get bored with shit.
I have a feeling that when you had your last collection, that you actually were not.
So I just think, why should I go and pump $10,000 into something? Okay, it's great or whatever, and then after a while, I know I'm going to look at it and go, I don't like it. I don't like
But
this.
this
I'm
is
gonna sell
not
it.
working well for you. Do you see when you've sold things off? It's
Well, mental illness is an issue, Arch, isn't it? It's like, what do you do about that?
But do you have? I get a lot more joy in keeping things than trading. I've actually been fairly loyal to the things I've.
Yes, I
had
was just
there.
about to say that. I do believe, Archie, that
So you were
are
saying I'm not
real-
loyal. I'm not loyal to the product. You think
No, you are not.
I'm a bit
you're not
cavalier. I'm a
necessarily-
bit too cavalier. A bit too cavalier.
I understand where you're coming from, right? But in my case, there, like I had that annual calendar bear. I desperately wanted it back. I am so happy I got it back.
And it was actually a beautiful process because you managed to. We've been following that calendar, annual calendar story.
Yeah.
And that was your 40th birthday watch. It was a very interesting story. I give you accolades for that. I genuinely applaud you for being a proper watch enthusiast, for being actually real deal watch collector. You're not investor. You're not investor. You were only looking for the best value, which is normal to do when you're not made of money. But when you are actually buying, you're buying always what you like. And when I said you will not listen to others. You will hear them. You will discuss it. You will respond to their comments. But you will always make up your own mind. And you know what? I respect that about you, Archie. People can line up and tell you for 2 weeks, one after the other, that Gégé Lacoute Reverso is garbage. You should not buy it. It's not a watch for you. It's boring. Blah blah blah. And you will listen and you will discuss and so on. But if you have decided to buy that watch, it's a done deal. It's a done deal.
Yeah. I've got to tell you, Bear. It's I've had seller's remorse. I've sold things and I thought, fuck, why did I sell that? Why did I sell that? And in all honesty, I've come to the realization that I prefer to keep. It's better the devil you know than the devil you don't. That's why I like to keep a lot of things that I had there. And I've got to be honest with you, Bear. I'm maybe trying to rebuild some of those old dreams there, but I think I'm getting the best of both worlds. I'm really thinking, what do I? That's why after this terrible thing, I thought, what do I really want? Bluesy, because it had a bit of glamour to it. It's a little bit flamboyant, but it was a great sub because I really did love the Submariners, Bear.
I agree on all that.
And I've got to be honest with you, with my Explorer, I probably, as much as I agree with you, the Pepsi is I like the Pepsi. I don't know if I could ever bring myself to sell the Explorer because it's always, you got to look back on my life. I remember 90 in the early 2000s, I was thinking, what is the most, if I had knowledge when I first got my Rolex and I had more money, I would have got an Explorer too. You know what? Can I say this to you, Bear? You know what I think?
Yes.
Many years ago, I said, I want a Rolex. I was frantically, I said, any Rolex. It's a bit like you. I feel like.
Yep.
Steel sports were cheap then. The steel sports were cheap.
No, they weren't cheap. They weren't. I couldn't afford that. And I
Rolex,
thought
Rolex was never cheap.
Never cheap. It was never, ever cheap. Relative. Those
Explorer
prices
too.
They were not cheap.
You get a used Explorer 2 for $3 or $4 grand back 5-6 years ago.
Now hang on, stop. You know what? I paid. No, it was never cheap. 4,000. I remember I bought my first Explorer 2 in the late 90s. I paid 4,000. Box Papers example. That wasn't cheap. That was market price at the time. It wasn't fucking cheap. $4,000 in the late 90s when you could buy a house for 130 grand.
In the very late 80s, early 90s, I went and I said, I want to buy Rolex. And when I got to conclusion that at that time, I will have to work 2.5 months for that, to just pay that one Rolex, you cannot tell me that's cheap. Maybe it was cheap for very rich, wealthy people, but for average person, Rolex was not cheap. And very
I will
rarely,
say this. I think
very rarely. Let me
I
finish.
think what
Very
he's saying
rarely-
is, Bear, it was possibly more the ratio. It was more reasonable than it is now. The ratio
No,
is
Archie wasn't. I'm going to say again, it wasn't. It was always expensive. And honestly, to be very honest, you rarely saw a person that has 2 Rolex watches.
it's interesting, Bear. If ever you read Fortune magazine, right? They did they do a yearly comparison of luxury items. They've done it for about 30 years, 40 years, right?
Yes.
And one of the things they look at is a Patek, a Rolex, a Rolls Royce, a Steinway piano. They look at these things, right?
Okay.
And it's like you look back in the 1970s, you could buy a Mercedes Benz for $15,000. You think, wow, that's so cheap. But it's not on our salary today. People were earning $100 a week then. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, Archie. Thank you for bringing that up, because that's important. People completely disregard inflation, the normal process, the way things go. It was
$100 a week back then was a lot of money.
Right.
$100 a week back then was a lot of money.
Right.
Yes. So if you look at it, right, that they were never cheap. Now the thing is, Bear, I got to tell you, the Explorer 2, I always thought that was a super. I remember from the 90s onwards, I thought, fuck, this watch is so elegant with that fixed steel bezel. I thought it was so elegant. Right. And I got to tell them, that's the reason why I probably would never sell my. It's not because the Pepsi is inferior or that, but it's because my brain, since the late 90s, I've always said, I love the fucking Polar Explorer 2. It's just something about it. It's just been a key cornerstone. And then another cornerstone for me was I love this Speedy. I thought the Speedy, whenever I've had a Speedy and I've sold it, I was a bit like TW. I flipped the fucking thing. I always wanted it back. Always wanted it back. And I thought, fuck, stop fucking around. Just keep it. And I've been very lucky to get one that was donated by some really good friends.
Mm-hmm.
But I got to tell you, hey, we got sensitive Curly. I know he can get himself on. He's got keys. I got to tell you, Bear, there's certain watches of mine that are more than just, oh, that's a good deal, or that's a shit deal, or that's. To me, any Rolex was expensive. A Rolex, like just not anything with a date and some other complication was fucking dear. They were fucking dear. And
agreed.
I couldn't. Hello, Curly.
How are you, gents?
We're fantastic. What's going on?
Nothing. Just doing a welfare check, making sure that Mikey's okay, Bear's okay, you're okay.
Yes, sir. We got a new recruit, TW. He's going to go on the.
What about me, Curly? Am I okay?
Yes, we want TW
okay,
to go straight to the dungeon. We want his talent. Curly, here's a lead.
I could just keep him over here. You can keep him over here. He comes over there. I'll probably put a 38 in my mouth in a half hour. But anyway, we're all set with the link. Hey, TW, you know you're welcome over there. We're all set with the link.
All right, buddy.
Curly,
I put the link. Yes, I have. Yes, sir.
Curly,
the link is done.
Yes,
Curly,
sir.
Can you bring up the Bob Loblow comment?
Bob Loblow. That one?
Bob Loblow.
Oklahoma's okay.
Bob Loblow. Welfare check on the mentally healthy. One above.
And then I just got one question before I get over to the other studio, Arch. Why? What would happen? Why is it that our viewer count never went up on the last show we did?
There's some bullshit going on with the YouTube. They're not ready. It's a wide through YouTube.
Okay.
It's just so you know, it's a YouTube issue. YouTube issue.
Okay. See you guys in a bit.
Okay, buddy.
See you, Curly.
See you.
So, Arch, can I ask you a question?
See you, Mikey.
Do you think?
Yes.
Do you think what I've told you about my buying history and what I've done? Do you like? I'm not a flipper. I wasn't any way because I always lost. Do you think I'm an impulsive buyer? I was buying impulsively, on impulse, because that's what I tend to do sometimes.
I think, to be honest with you, what you should do is
I don't think about it. I don't think these things right.
I would say to you, what your answer is: buy one and never sell it. That's it. I'm not. No matter what happens, doesn't matter if I'm on the fucking street. I'm not selling the watch. And I think that's the kind of I admire. There's many YouTubers I admire, and I've got to tell you, the big thing I like about them is that, like, there's that car guy. He wears his 1680. There's a guy who runs a 4-wheel drive channel, 4x4 Overlander. He's had his 1680 from day one. That's it. Or he had one watch. Bear, I was trying to make this comment to you before. Because me and you were poor sons of bitches. We were fucking strugglers, haggling and doing this, right?
Yes.
It's made us turn into collectors. If we could have gone into Rolex and said, I can buy any Rolex I want, besides a day date. Day date solid gold was always ridiculous, right? But if you could, if I could have bought a Sub, I could have bought an Explorer, I could have bought anything I wanted. You know, maybe I wouldn't have the urge to collect them and covet
Archie,
them.
you're making a fantastic comment.
Let me tell you this. I've got a friend of mine. His parents were really stingy. They're multimillionaires, but they were fucking stingy, okay? He could never get nice shoes, you know, trainers. You know, what do you call them? You know, Adidas or Reebok or Puma.
We'll call them running shoes. Americans call them tennis shoes.
So he always had these ugly shoes from Kmart, okay?
Right.
And as an adult, he's over 50. He has about 100 pairs of trainers.
Right.
Because he was scarred as a kid. He was so emotionally, he wanted these expensive. So if his parents would have just bought him a pair, he would have thought, oh, okay, they're nice, but, you know, they're a bit of a ripoff.
Yeah.
Instead, he's become idolizing them. And maybe me and you, we were so poor.
Yep.
We had so little opportunity.
Yep.
Our brain. Now, I can tell you this, with TW, he's just on a fucking destructive path. There are some psychopathic fuckers out there who are just doom and gloom and who will always be fucked. And I'm afraid I get that vibe with TW. He bought it, he sold it, he lost money, he did this. Fuck TW, you've got to love it and embrace it and say, you know what? I love this thing. I was weak as well. I was very weak. And I sold things off. And I look back. It's funny. TW said something, Bear. He said that he was very depressed after he sold his Datejust. He said he had terrible seller's remorse. It was grief, he said. And, you know, I completely get it. Of course there's grief. What do you think? This man has sold something.
Vinton is saying, I guess AC2 should have brought Archie more stilettos as a kid.
Yes, AC3 should have got more. What? Sorry,
more AC2.
No, I don't think. I don't think it's psychopathy. It's not psychopathy.
Just a second.
I think you're taking.
Just a second. Vinton says, I guess AC2 should have brought Archie more stilettos as a kid.
Yeah, thank you, Vin. That's a joke. That's great.
It's a good
Guys,
joke.
The dungeon is starting. We're going to send the audience over. Bear, it was a difficult show today.
Yeah, you know what? It's okay. Archie, as you said, it is what it is. We go with the flow. We had all kind of things happening today in the show. It was still decent show in my opinion.
Yeah, it was very decent. Look, it is what it is. Bear, we'll be back I'll be back on in 8.5 hours time. Thank you. Please come. TW, can you join me tonight? Can you join me in 8.5 hours?
I'll see how I go, Arch. Yeah, I'll see how I go. I've got to go out,
show.
but
okay.
Yep.
Okay,
What time, mate? What time, mate?
Oh, 8:30 Brisbane time. 8:30. I start.
I would love to thank a few people that did super chat. Much appreciated. We thank you. I'd like to thank everyone that upvoted, and hopefully we can get a few more upvotes before we leave. And Archie, thank you for being pontiff and providing us with great entertainment every night. So make sure you watch Archie.
No worries. Jump over. The new Bear, can you just hang on? I was going to talk to you for a minute after this stream, okay?
I am dying to go.
See you, Mike. Thanks for the harp.
Oh, I tell you what, Bear, I'll ring you on the phone in 5 minutes. Is that okay?
Sure, man. Sure.
Okay, guys.
Practice
see you tomorrow.
More,
I'll be back on in 8.5 hours and jump over to the dungeon. I've got the link set. There we go.